Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I'm not going to get this ticked off at Hollow Knight next time around. I will see you guys in the next session of Hollow Knight. Today was a doozy. Hello. Hello, hello. Yeah, I saw the comment about the fall. Ooh. How'd you guys like the little premiere of the new episode? We just finished it. What's up, Colin? What's going on, man? I switched it up today. I got a Sprite. Don't have any more Diet Coke. So, hope that doesn't kill the Sprite sponsor. Hello, hello. Merry Christmas. I'm wearing the Dime shirt. Colin, the fam got me. Look. It says Dime on it. Look at that. It's backwards for you guys, but it says Dime. Dude, it's comfy. Comfy shirt. Oh, I also got this Spider-Man light. Do you guys want to see it? The premiere was freezing for you. It's probably because it's live. If you don't have good internet, it won't do it that well, but the video's up. I don't think I'll trust you from now on. Probably not. Colin, my baby. What's up, Chris? Yo, Chris, peep the shirt. It says Dime. It's the Dime brand. They got me like, what, 2 or 3 shirts from there? Look at that. Christmas was sick, dude. Oh, I got a dreamer. Oh, yeah. Hello, Caleb. WC is all I'm saying. Dude, these shirts are not cheap. Oh, my God. What's up, gamer kid? Yeah, you guys missed it. I premiered the new episode. I hung out in chat. And I think I'm going to start doing it like that so we can watch the episode together before I go live, like right before. What's happening? I'm playing Hollow Knight. What you mean? I need to see the lamp? I bet. It's behind everything, so 1 second. Look at this. Look how sick that is. I have it up on the shelf. Look at that. If I turn the lights off, you guys will be able to really see it. Hold on. Maybe it's taking a second. Okay, here you go. It's so sick. Then I got my little first pop figure. Lunch? That's crazy. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, dude. I've never had one. I've never had one of these. And I got one on the shelf. And some little mini ones that are super cool. I'm dropping some. Hold on. Do my messages not come through, Mang? What do you mean? What? I'm looking at them. Spider-Man figure? Yeah. Yeah, these little tiny mini ones too. They have like their own little thing. Put them together. Yeah, look at these. Super sick. If I can get them to focus. There you go. Super sick. I might actually keep these on the desk. Like up here. Oh yeah, on my little stand. Overall goal for the night? I might try Zode again. I was too distracted. Oh, not you, Dime. Okay. Also got... Okay. Oh, I don't know if I can't show you guys the picture. Dang. Get 2 billion subs. Imagine. Hi, everybody, if I missed your stuff. Got a drawing tablet for Christmas. Managed to draw a heart. About half an hour. Whoa. That's sick. So I had a blanket that covered my window over here. And now it's a Spider-Man blanket. And when the sun comes through, it darkens out everything but like the light colors on it. I'll have to post a picture in the Discord at some point. But I'm using my phone, of course, as a camera, so I can't. But yeah, that was pretty sick. Cool figures. Thank you. Yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff. So, and my keychain has like Spider-Man stuff all over it. Oh my god, I got this wallet. One of those Ridge wallets. From my boy Colin. Dude, I've never had one of these. It feels weird not having a bulky wallet. Also, if I'm able to beat the game tonight, we are buying Silk Song. I have work tomorrow, but after that, we'll be pretty free. Jason, dude, look at this shirt. It's a Dime shirt. I know you'd appreciate this. Look at that. I gotta show it off. I love it so much. Look at that. Dude. Colin came through. Colin, did you like find him? Did you see him? What's the story, man? Also, Colin, we need to do something when you come over. You need to be on stream. I'll set up the other mic. Bye, Skong. Skong? Is that short for So Song? Do you have Chris, do you have a Ridge wallet? Are you gonna do any modded content on Hollow Knight? Maybe. Depends on what there is, you know. I don't know. But I gotta do the intro. Everybody wanna say hi to YouTube? Now do the intro for the video. Everybody get ready. Hold on. I'm gonna take my earbuds out for this so I don't hear it. If you have Strictly cards, yeah, I do. I have a money clip for it too. All right, say hi to yourselves. All right. You guys ready? You guys ready? It's intro time. I'm gonna remember this in the video. Lost to use little paper packy. That's crazy. Oh God, no. All right, Hollow Knight. We might beat the game to get. Oh, hold on. Who? I gotta reword it. This is the part no one sees when you record. Blah blah blah. Football intro. Blah blah blah. Hollow Knight. Like the with the ESPN like intro. Hello. I'm playing Hollow Knight. We got more Hollow Knight. Maybe we'll beat it today. Who knows? I'm gonna buy Silk Song at the end of it if we beat it. Who knows? I don't know. We might try Zode again. The last episode was horrendous. I fought him for 2 hours almost, and my brain will never recover. So back for more Hollow Knight. Hi chat, how's it going? And we're the Cleveland Browns. I don't think so. No football intro here. No football intro here. Zote boat. I want to get off the Zote boat. Throw me in the water. If I'm on the Zote boat, hit the iceberg. The sun yet? Do I have to fight the sun? Is that a thing? No, I have no clue. Maybe try Zote if you still have time after beating the game. I might try him first and then go on from there because it's only up from there if I do a horrible job. That is the only alternative. I don't even know who Nosk is. The Zote submarine that moved with the 2009 Logitech controller. Oh my God. Oh my God, no. Don't hop on the Zote submarine. Whatever you do. Oh my God, no. Unbreakable strength. Reduce spell cost for casting spells. I really want to give him a good try. Sorry, I didn't know you didn't get to it. Sorry yet. For spoiling, I don't know who it is. So I don't know. You didn't spoil anything because I got no clue. Me and my billionaire buds hopping on the Zote sub made out of recycled Diet Coke cans. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no. Half second quarter dime is only 40-yard line, getting ready to kick a field goal. Shapeshifters, if you're talking about the grubs, then yes, I've run into a lot of those. Also, Colin, I don't know if you said the story behind finding the dime t-shirt, because I'm interested. Should have thought twice before making millions of dollars. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The one that looked like you, huh? Oh, yes, I did see the guy in Deep Nest. The guy looked exactly like me, and I murked him after a small amount of hassle. I don't know how I fucked it up. So do I need God, cost of soul of attacks? So it's out of here. Bye, man. What should I? God, I don't know what to run. Reduce cost of uh. The tile says horizontal, but the stream looks vertical. Let me see if I got the wrong ones swapped. Oh yeah, you're right. Bink. Here, I'll fix it for you. Thank you. I set them up and then I forget which one's what. Vertical stream. Bink. Are you going to fight Invincible Fearless? What the fuck are you saying, Rage Baiter? I don't even... Brother, did you forget I only have 30 hours in this game? You're naming shit I don't even know what's going on. Oh my God. Zote with the million things? No. Watch the new video. No. Can you see me? Good. Yes, I can. Influence. Yeah, I'm not fighting Zote ever again. No, we're going for him again. To be fair, it wasn't a controller issue. Oh God. Can we move on from this? Oh, that's Nosk? Yeah, I defeated Nosk. What do I want for this, dog? Do I want grub at all? What's the 4? Soul Eater? There. Fine. 4 charms. Unbreakable Strength, Long Nail, Spell Twister, Soul Eater. I'm gonna try my best to beat this dude. I'm about to cook you, son. Yeah, I fought him. Watch the new episode. It literally just dropped less than an hour ago. And yeah, I'm about to do it again. Fought and lost. You don't know that. You don't know that. Bruh. Maybe I can little deep dark smash him real quick. I'm fresh off of 2-day break from Hollow Knight. Maybe I cooked in the meantime. Yeah, you need to watch the episodes, Chris. They're almost over, man. Okay, I have some idea about what to do. I jinxed myself. I jinxed myself. Oh, he landed on me? That's kind of sick. Love that for me. Oh. Heal. Oh. My heart is beating so fast, dog. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Oh. I was doing good too. I was doing good too. Just asking anyone's seen it and is what excited for New Year's? See what? All I hear is Cotton Eye Joe. Does anyone know the best way to beat Zoe? I was doing way better for the first time back. No game audio? Thank God you guys told me. Okay, thank you. Strength or Shaman Stone, depending on your preferred fighting style. I play mostly super hyper aggressive. Yeah, I got it now. Thank you. RNG is unpredictable. You have to react. Yeah, I'm gonna focus up. Hold up. I'm about to see. Hopefully he doesn't hit me right here because I'm inside of his leg. Please. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's first part done on that. Oh, he landed right on me. Okay. Okay. Second part.
Getting better at reacting. Somewhat. He's on me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Where's the invincibility frames? Oh my god. I beat him. What a way to start what a way to start it. It's only up from here. It only gets better from here. I beat him. Second time back after a 2-day break. Cheers. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, that got us essence. Let's go. I have enough for the upgrade. Go to final boss, please. Let me upgrade some things. You want this to be the shortest episode ever? Time to go get credits. Time to go get upgrade. I ran a 4-charm run on that one. What? You can fight him again. Yeah, I'm cool. Pass. I know I could fight him again. I don't plan on doing that ever again. Sorry, not sorry, don't care. Final pal, or you need to save a lot of grubs. Oh god, run it back. I did not expect to beat him. You can fight him around 4 times, and each time he does more and more massive damage. Yeah, no. Rage, you gotta watch the new episode at the end. You'll hear my little monologue I give. I'm well aware. Is that voiced by William? Who is that? Main devs? Oh, interesting. I was planting my pea shooter, run it back. Oh my, Colin. This guy, is it over in, where is this? Where's this guy at? Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much you know about song? 0. Yeah, 0. Back to back would be insane. Back to back ain't gonna happen. Where's the grave thing? Where's this lady at? Is that it? That's it. Spirit's Glade. I need this guy to shut up. Stop talking. You don't know if you don't try? That's okay. I'm good never knowing if I can fight him again. Is it resting grounds? Dung Defender? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's not that hard to do. Delicate Flower Quest? I don't know what that is. Yeah, I know that you play as Hornet. Which is was a known thing since the game was first announced, so hardly any spoilers. That's good. I'd like to avoid spoilers as much as possible going into Silksong. It's one thing if it's an old game. It's one thing if it's not that old. Seer? All right. We've returned. We have the 500 essence. Yep, we got it. 700 essence. Guess what, lady? Oh, I got a surprise for you. Already have 700. That lock of theirs, desperate but very clever. I wonder how they thought it could hold. Chart a door. I hold no disdain. I thought it was disdain. Is it disdain for them though? As history goes on, I grow numb to its repetitions. Take your gift and continue collecting essence. Once you have 900, come back and visit me. What did you give me? Oh, snap. I kind of needed that. Am I going to watch the boss bag video on Hollow Knight? Absolutely. After I beat it. Oh, wow. She got me right. Cool. Surprise, surprise. You said seer? What about seer? You talking about this person over here? As per tradition, you should. Oh yeah, we'll watch it together. Is this what you're talking about?
I'll pass, whatever it is. Cloud Quest, another chatter mention is located in the resting grounds. The hardest non-combat thing in the game isn't required for an ending, required for 112%. Yeah, I'm not planning on doing that. Are those all backer characters? No, the other room is with backers. Well, I guess so. Are they? Yeah, they're all backer characters, and then the other one's with all the quotes. Is the moth you just gave stuff? Oh, what? How do you get the... Is that the essence thing makes it really hard to do? Or what? I need to go to a spring. That'd be great for all my souls. Oh, Pleasure House has one. King Station has the spot that I need to go for that. So we might do that real quick. Just to fill up all my souls and get a little bit more action in. Oh, never mind. I'm getting some here. It does give a mass shard, so it's required to have max HP. But you don't need it to beat the game, so people fought every boss with 5 HP. I think I did... I don't remember what I did on Grim. I do need to beat Grim again, I think. Community factoring the 7-year-long wait for Silksong in our Silk Sanity. We sacrificed Mossbag in our beliefs that Team Cherry would bless us with news. It didn't work. Oh, God. Actually, I remember Mossbag going on hiatus after that for a few months. That would be... That's insane. That's... If there was a joke about sacrificing somebody for it and then you just disappear. I couldn't imagine that. Let's see. Gotta go all the way up. I'm still one tapping. I don't know. How much do I need? Is there another nail upgrade? Oh, I have this. I forgot. We got Dreamweaver. Allows the bear to charge to the dream nail faster and collect more souls when striking foes. PC? I play keyboard and mouse, yeah. That's all I played this entire thing for. I have one pale ore. That ain't gonna work. Yeah, everything I've done, keyboard and mouse. Ow. Kind of rude, dog. Ow. God, why do you take so much? Why do you take so much of my health? In fact, if we're for us going insane, Hollow Knight and Silksong wouldn't be getting the reception it has in 2025. That's fair. Like, I saw hundreds of streamers try out Hollow Knight in 2 weeks before Silksong was released. Really? That Zoo Papa guy that raided me, he dude, I was watching his VOD back. I thought it was so funny because he went on my Twitch and he was like, why do you have 1,400 followers and 1 viewer? And I was like, Twitch existed before this guy started. I don't know what he thinks is going on. Damn, I got a PC yesterday and got Silksong on PC so difficult. Do you think I'll learn eventually? Yeah, everybody learns to play a PC. Like, you just play long enough and you learn. I can barely use a controller now in general. January this year? Damn. I would definitely say it's gotten some sort of resurgence. I don't know why. Silksong is like Bloodborne to Hollow Knight? Really? Is it? Yeah, it's up here. I'm pretty sure. Hollow Knight's more Dark Souls-esque? Really? I don't know if I would consider it that. I wonder if this lady is still here. Oh my god, she is. She still gets shocked by us, even though I've taken all my money back. He's about to beat P5. That's crazy. I saw his videos, he's attempting it or whatever, but I haven't done it, so I wasn't going to watch. That's an interesting character, man. I personally couldn't imagine having so much personality as a streamer. I just raid him. Brother, what? We're on YouTube. Yeah, he's got definitely a character, man. Considering he had to preface his chat by being like, he reminds me of Action Man, which, hey, you can take that how you want. Very much a character. I would, if I did something like that, I would have to force it. I don't have that in me. I'm almost 30 years old. I don't got that in me. All right, where we at? Yeah, I joined his Discord and everybody's talking about feet pics. I semi-instigated it though, because I was like, hey, I was told there's gonna be feet pics here. He's 69. Yeah, okay, Benji. All right, Benji. Yeah, Benji, you have to admit, his streams and my streams, chat-wise, completely different vibe. We talking about influence? Where are you headed? I guess the end of the game, to my understanding. We're just kind of grabbing and stuff. Well, very different. Yeah. Very different. Two out of three? No, 3 out of 3, man. Ain't no more. I got them all last time. I got all the dreamers. The Gonzo. Yup, gone. Get all 3? Maybe you can just beat the game? Mm-hmm. That's the plan. I know. With like less than 35 hours in, if I can really do it. Yo, congrats. Thank you. 5 endings? Yeah. If you really want to do all of it, but I'm going for 1 ending. Listen, I'm not all the Hollow Knight fanboys. I'm here to play the game, get 1 ending, maybe revisit. Did you upgrade dive? Nope. I gotta go in here. It's all yellow. Is this 112% or you can? Oh boy. Black egg. Who would want to eat that? Oh, snap. Okay. The simplest one to get. That's what I'm after, influence. Maybe we'll revisit. Oh, it's screaming at me. I love that. Ew. Okay. Oh, it's dark in here. It is very dark in here. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Rest? I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. There's music playing. Interact with the tablet. A little late. Hold on. Which one? Vessel. Though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. Completion percentage available in inventory. Where am I at? Where does it say that? Completion 79%? Really? That's surprising. That's really surprising. $79% in less than 40 hours? That's out of 112? Yeah. You do all the true ending stuff? I just did whatever got this black egg open. Remember Mossbag after this? Yes, we'll watch a Mossbag video and then maybe I'll get Silk Song. We might play a little bit of that. Oh, hello? Oh God, is that Hollow Knight? No shot. It's not, is it? Is this a different person? Is this a different person? They look eerily similar. This is gonna be interesting. Find out. Oh God. Hey, oh. Okay. Do I speak to you? Nope, you're
The Hollow Knight. Okay, what happened to this dude? Why did he get infected? Oh god. Oh god. Why are you yelling at me? I can't time anything. I can't time anything. Go up, dog. Oh my god, there's flames and it did double damage. Oh my god. Yeah, bro is a little washed, but he can still fight. This dude's been chained and he was ready for a whooping. Oh my god. Oh, hey. Funny seeing you here. Up. Yeah, man. Hey, let's... We're buddies. Why are you doing a little dance on me? What's happening? Ow. I would like to heal, dog. Oh my god, heal. Why am I dream nailing? Ugh. All right, hey, to be fair, I am cooking it right now. This is a problem. I gotta get my buttons back. There goes 1K. It's fine. I don't care. I'm not worried about it. You forgot your shade? It's fine. What do I need 1,000 for? Bro, why can I not time this right? I'm like trying to hit him in the head and his head is not an object. What are you spitting at me, dog? Oh my god, I shouldn't have done that. Hey, I'd like to heal. Okay, it's not happening. Did you get the unbreakable charm? Mm-hmm. For strength and for... Oh, I need to take off the compass. That might help. Because I just had this stuff on. Yeah, greed, gathering swarm. I did not set up for this at all. Psych, okay. Yeah, well, you know what? I'll overcharm it. Push it better. Bro, quit pogoing. The hitbox is weird. It is weird. We'll just dodge and slap him a couple times. No pogo. All right. I feel like I dodge better than... We're doing a little dance. Jason, you guys are talking about... Is he doing pogo only? No. I just like to pogo. It's a fault of mine. Awaken my dream mail going to the white place. Brother, I am doing the end of this game and that is it. Hey. You're right. Over nailing? Not worth. Or over whatever it's called. Over charming. It's fine. Get off me, dog. Ow. Yeah, I'm gonna take it off. Gonna get the bad ending? Isn't there 5 endings? None of them are bad, dog. It's a video game. Relax. No true ending people just go with it. Yeah. It's a video game. I paid my money for this. I'm gonna play it how I want. 2 of them are bad. No bad ending. An ending is an ending. Yeah. Maybe don't be concerned with how a 30-year-old plays a video game. There are much more things to worry about, like taxes. I can guarantee you. Damn. I'm hit. Oh, that was crazy. Did not think I was gonna get a double heal on that one. Oh, this guy is killing himself. All right, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. I don't like this. Okay, I could have probably really whacked him during that, but oh my shit, what is happening? Why did I do that? Heal, heal, heal. Brother. Oh my god. Did I get him? Hello? Oh, there's gotta be more. There's gotta be more of this. You gotta like come out your shell or something. You can't be completely hollow, right? The goo is inside of you. Yo? GG? Game over? Game over? I've been streaming an hour. Oh my god. Holy. No. Oh, wait. Am I like chained in this now? Did I like make my own prison? No shot. You become the Hollow Knight? The Hollow Knight. Become the vessel. Yo. Yo. That was sick. That is sick. I know I didn't do 100%. I didn't do 112. But as like a casual Hollow Knight player, I think I give it like, just from what I experienced, a solid like 9 out of 10. A 10 out of 10 be really hard to be like do, but 9 out of 10. The new Hollow Knight now. Enjoy protecting your kingdom from the internal infection that you definitely can't. God dang, dude. W. That's not even the final boss. Yeah, I'm well aware. I know. There's more. I know. Do I need to put like a text on my forehead that says, I'm aware that there's more to this game? Yeah, I will watch the Mossback video. And then I'll probably get Silk Song. Mossback, yes. I need to watch the Mossback video. Holy moly. Speedrun time, run it back. All right, we did it in... How long did it take? We did it in 31 hours. Yeah, I'll watch it right now. Sub 2 hour run. Speaking of Silksong, you know about the DLC, right? Nope, don't know anything about it. No clue. Yeah, wow. Sub 40 hour. Trying to do 100%. God dang. Speedrun would be fun to watch. I would watch someone do a speedrun. I definitely wouldn't do one. Grim was a DLC thing. Yeah, I know. I need to fight Grim again at some point. Wrap that thing up. I'm like 50% there. I 50% beat Grim. I need to run it back. We are not leaving this game completely in the dust, but I will be moving on from it into Silksong. So, well, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. I am very happy with the game, and I know there's more to explore, which makes me even happier because we will be able to run it back and pick up the things we didn't get. Never even unlocked Gone Home? Nope. Oh, hold on. Congratulations. Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet again soon on the road ahead. Team Cherry. Wow. Did we just like... Oh yeah, it shows the game completion percentage, 79. Oh yeah, in-game time, 28 hours, 48 minutes, 15 seconds. Awesome. What a way to wrap it up, man. We'll go further, Whoa, Steel Soul. No shade, no reviving. Death is permanent. The ultimate challenge. Oh boy. Oh boy. Maybe in the future. Sick. All right. I gotta watch this Moss Bag video. Do Steel Soul? You're insane. If I want to listen, I got work tomorrow. If I want to have time to watch the video and play any of Silksong tonight, then I'm gonna have to keep it moving. It's an hour long. Is the video an hour long? I might have to start the next stream doing that. Moss Bag. The most complete lore of Hollow Knight. Holy shit. I'm a Hollow Knight pro, dude. Just know there's so much more you don't know about. Brother, I've put 28 hours of almost continuous live streamed like sessions. Believe me, chat has told me. I've garnished 200,000 views in the last week and a half. Everybody wants to voice their opinion. I promise you, I know that there's more. I got you. Also, if you're not on a leaderboard, I wouldn't self-assign pro. Just my 2 cents. Oh man, I must go then because I haven't played Silksong. Don't worry. I'm not starting yet. I'm trying to find this Moss Bag video. What's it even called? Is it the playlist? Oh, is it the somewhat complete lore of Silksong? Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy made that video a month ago. It's got 1.7 million. Oh, shit, I see. Mostly complete lore of Hollow Knight. That's a fucking watch and a half. Holy shit. I should have known how long this was. Dude, I've beaten the literal hardest boss in all of vanilla Hollow Knight. Brother, I don't remember asking. Holy. I played the game casually. For content, for fun. It's cool. I didn't ask for your accolades. We're fine, man. I'm not trying to be a dickhead, but I actually don't care. No video, no audio? Yeah, no video, no audio. I'm a pro at not knowing what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes to this game. Thank you, Jason. That I know you're a professional at. Holy moly, hour and a half video. Either we're gonna have to watch this and then possibly wrap it up, or I start a Silksong. I think we can watch this and wrap it up. Bro, show the video we can't see and hear. Brother, I'm not even watching the video yet. Relax, gang. I'm talking. I get you guys want to watch it. I get you want to see me react. I understand. Chill out. Silksong after this. I cannot. I'll watch this and wrap it up. Then maybe Silksong next stream. Yeah, I'll watch this. I'll wrap it up. I got to edit this video, get it out. It's going to be a short ass one. I have work tomorrow, but tomorrow night, then yes, I will make the thumbnail. I will put up the stream preview. I will do the what's it called? The premiere like I did for this one, so you guys can watch that. I will take all of the Hollow Knight videos from me starting it to where we just got and put them in one video and put it up. It's going to be fun. How the fuck do you have work tomorrow on Christmas? Dog, Christmas was yesterday. What? Influence, are you good? Tomorrow's Saturday. Have fun splicing the Hollow Knight videos into one big one. It won't be that hard. Christmas wasn't 2 days ago. Was it? I expected a break or something? No. Mm-mm. Time zones, I know. Yeah. No. Time zones do not send you that far back, dog. Yeah, we'll watch this. I'm gonna get another drink. We'll hang out. I'll watch this. It won't be that hard to edit. Give me uno momento. I'm gonna play some music in the background, and then I'm going to grab a drink, and then we'll watch it. Nah, I didn't get a break. I'm an adult. I gotta work. Today's the 27th in some time zones, but not mine. I'm back. What's up, B2? You missed it, man. I beat the game. You'll have to watch the video. I'm about to watch the Moss Bag video. And then we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna start Soak Song tomorrow night. So I'll be right back. Let me go grab another Sprite. Yeah, I'm back. Also, I just realized my room's green like the Sprite. Which ending was it? It was the egg one fighting Hollow Knight. The Hollow Knight ending. Yeah, which I think is fine. Okay. It's time to watch this video. You guys ready? All right. Oh my god. Hold on. I did not realize we were starting the intro already. How many dreams you got? I got all of them. Oh my god, Jason, no. All right. I'm not going to make this into the video. This is just going to be like a reaction thing. I might even get copyright stricken for this because I don't know how his stuff works, but yeah, we're going to see. Warning, this video contains a few spoilers. Okay, if you don't want to see any, now's your time to go. You can catch the video of me beating stuff earlier tomorrow. Okay, that is your only warning. So be aware. Okay.
If you were to ask me, what is your favorite video game ever made? I would have to say Cory in the House for the Nintendo DS. but Hollow Knight would be a close second.
Ori the House.
Hollow Knight was released on February 24th,
Yeah, beat the game.
2017 by Team Cherry, an indie game studio based in the mythical land of Adelaide, South Australia. Over the past 3 years, Hollow Knight has
Australian?
been an indie darling. The game has sold over 3.5 million copies. It was the opening game at ADGQ 2019. There's
I need to watch speedruns.
a line of plushies, t-shirts, nicotine patches,
Nicotine patches?
and
I need
even
those.
vinyl records for all you goddamn hipsters. Team Cherry had one goal when making Hollow Knight.
12 million as of
A
2025.
world that allowed players to get completely lost in exploration. We can see this desire in Hollow
It is sick.
The levels in Hollow Knight are massive, with secrets and rewards hidden in every nook and cranny. Be that powerful charms, special abilities, or, the game's navigation system requires them
The egg.
to work for their map, forcing them to make a stronger mental image of the world in their head. Christopher Larkin's
Which was hard for me.
artwork lend to this as well, creating an atmosphere that the player won't want to leave. But there's one aspect of Hollow
I
Knight
love the artwork, man.
like me coming back. The world building.
There's so much detail. There's so much detail.
Metroid launched in 1994. It stood out for its amazing sense of immersion. Now in 1994, I was busy not being alive.
94? Oh my god.
Video essays to know that
4 years older than me.
that was a big deal.
Yeah.
If you didn't know,
Metroid.
Super Metroid is basically the granddaddy of all Metroidvanias.
Is
what
it?
they're called.
Oh my god, wait. I had never heard of Metroidvania. I would have never associated it with Metroid. Whoa. That right over my head. I knew about Metroid. I didn't even know this word until I started Hollow Knight. Now it's plastered on the middle of my screen.
Metroidvanias. Now in Super Metroid, there are moments that give the player a sense of depth. Basically, the feeling that this world exists outside
I did not know that.
his interactions with it. In the room right before that diabetic crocodile thing, Samus can
Diabetic crocodile?
soldier. His inclusion here doesn't change the gameplay at all,
I was born in 98, yeah.
a sense of wonder about the world they are exploring. Who was this guy? Why was he here in the first place?
He's
Did he like
3 pixels.
Now, finding dead bodies and other random garbage is pretty cool, right? Well, Hollow Knight basically does the same thing
I never saw
a
that.
dozen times.
Oh yeah, it does.
Through its world building, Hollow
The
Knight
Abyss.
turns Hallownest into a living kingdom. You can sense the ancient history of the land when you look at dilapidated structures or giant barred doors. Nothing feels like it was put into the game randomly. There's a reason for it all. Except those reasons aren't the easiest to uncover.
What the grub?
Its narrative is buried under layers of NPC dialogue, item descriptions, lore tablets, and
There's so many.
content like the Quarrel comic and Fangamer's Wanderer's Journal. These past 3 years have seen an insane amount of research in the
Whoa.
Hollow Knight community to make sense of Team Cherry's
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. You guys see that? 1 second.
years have seen an insane amount of research
What is it?
by the Hollow Knight community
Where is
to
this?
make sense
What is this? What is this? What is this title? What? What? Hello? This has to be self-made, I think. I think this guy's self-reporting. I don't think this is an accurate depiction of any lore within the game. You guys all told me to watch this video and missed this part. Particular sense of humor. Oh, it seems to be very targeted. Interesting.
of Team Cherry's sprawling world. We've even made it to the point where people are looking at the in-game signs to try and decipher Hallownest's logographic language. In this video, I hope to give you a long and detailed look into the world of Hollow Knight, exploring Hallownest.
I like this guy already. Never heard of him before. Like this guy already.
I'm not busy making surprisingly accurate Super Smash Bros. Roster speculation videos, or insightful podcasts about beloved subjects like the Donkey Kong Country television series, or whatever this was supposed to be. I'm usually making videos about Hollow.
Flip note.
And while I am a seasoned Hollow Knight lore expert, I cannot confirm that every musing or theory presented in this video is completely correct. I highly recommend checking out the lore section
Oh, from the wiki? Hmm.
if you want
Oh, I
a
see.
neutral explanation of Hollow Knight's lore. But if you're too lazy to read, then I suggest you sit back, order some Domino's pizza, or just grab a block of cheese from the fridge, and
I'm lactose intolerant, moss bag.
of Hollow Knight. It's a simple fact of life that every
see.
worships a god, be that technology, ideologies, or in rare cases,
This guy's interesting.
as it turns out,
God of War.
Hallownest pretty much operate in the same way. From the Mosskin born from the dream of a giant slug, to the emo
Ooh, Jason.
the ancient civilization who literally worship the darkness, there is no shortage of things to worship in the world of Hollow Knight.
He has a lot.
It begins with a creature very much worthy of worship. A creature born from the carcass of a worm. The carcass can still be found in the Kingdom's Edge, and it's our only good
I
look
remember walking into that.
what it looked like. At the time Hollow Knight occurs, it is suggested there are no worms.
Yo, if anybody wants to watch this video on their own and they're talking about cheese and you're lactose intolerant, this is not a toilet sit watch. You will walk away so beyond herniated. Do not recommend. That's a warning. Okay, back to the video.
World. They were incredibly long creatures that featured little to no limbs.
Just a warning.
Another more mysterious
You will walk away needing surgery.
prescience or foresight. Basically, they could see the future to some capacity. It isn't clear how effective this ability was, considering how the entire race.
Don't watch this on the toilet. Get up right now.
This foresight ability must have been pretty shit. Getting back to this particular,
He said pretty shit.
it is explained that this worm traveled across the distant mountains and wastelands beyond Hallownest. Once it arrived in Hallownest, the worm died. Inside the maw of the carcass sits a pale broken egg,
Died.
out of which hatched a new form of worm, a being of meager shell. This form of the worm is usually referred to as the Pale King, and he's the character
Oh, pale ore.
responsible for everything that happens in Hollow Knight.
That's
The
crazy.
King is a higher being, a type of creature that exists above all others. His body was said to shine with a radiant visage that harmed those who looked upon him. The ultimate
Ew.
goal of the Pale King seemed to be in line with that of other worms. A line from the cryptic Mr. Mushroom reads, "Worms pull bugs into their thrall, till ages pass and kingdoms fall." In other words,
Bars?
just in their nature. Dogs wag their tails, cats bury their shit, and worms bring massive amounts of bugs into their service in order to form long-standing kingdoms and civilizations.
Totally.
Here in a far corner of the world, the Pale King emerged from the corpse of his former self and began to build his eternal kingdom, Hallownest. There's just one slight problem.
How did the
It's like
king come from the worm?
living there. The area that would eventually become
Yo, this is sick. Holy art skill. Whoa, I gotta take it all in. That's so much. The distant village freaks me out. Deep Nest is also very creepy, and I hate the giant things. The hot springs are okay. I don't like anything in the lower bottom part, especially the hive. That guy was a problem.
already filled with mantises, bees, moths, spiders, mushrooms, and bush.
Yeah, Falcon, true. Bush cosplayers.
Their own cultures and societies, and each group had a different interaction with the Pale King. One of the more receptive groups to the arrival of the Pale King were the mushrooms of the fungal wastes.
Yeah, they have like no cells in their brains.
One shared mind. The mushrooms viewed this shared mind as a strength, and they were kind of smug dickheads about it. Ultimately, the mushrooms wearily accepted the Pale King's rule.
The Bush cosplayers remind me of like OG Fortnite era ish, like hiding in a bush or like walking around and being a bush. That's immediately what I thought of.
His foresight as a shield to the dangers of the future.
Who's that guy?
The group living in the fungal wastes is the Mantis tribe. The Mantises have a
Those guys were rude.
history reaching back to long before the birth of
They seem snobby.
The Mantises are a proud tribe, believing in the importance of proving one's physical strength. The Mantises are fiercely territorial, but will show respect to those who display great power.
Garfield.
Fight Club enthusiasts were
Lasagna.
powerful Mantis lords.
I killed them easily.
Sat around waiting for outsiders to challenge them. The Mantis tribe had no interest in the Pale King's kingdom, but the two communities did come to a truce. In exchange for their independence from Hallownest, the Mantis tribe kept the beasts of Deep Nest from invading Hallownest. Not sure why they didn't just go out the other exits from Deep Nest, but whatever. I'm not an expert on border patrol. I don't work at ICE anymore. Let's
Anymore.
Now, many of the different tribes of Hallownest were kind enough to leave lore tablets behind, telling pretty much everything we need to know about them. Unfortunately, the bugs of Deep Nest didn't do that. We know that the spiders of Deep Nest had a monarchy because why not? Those are always good, right? Also, within Deep Nest are a separate group of spiders that immigrated to Deep Nest at some point in the
I hate the spiders.
This group was known as the
Hate them.
Weavers, and
Hate
they
'em.
established their own
Hate 'em.
culture and history within Deep Nest. They used looms of silk to weave stories, spells, and shields. One thing we know for sure about
Smart.
is that they really didn't want anything to do with Hallownest. The struggles of Deep Nest Hallownest relations would become painfully clear as time goes on.
Yep.
But right now,
Tram.
it seems like the two remained fairly isolated from one another.
Yeah.
The section of pre-Hallownest includes Green Path. Now, as far as we can tell, the mushrooms, mantises, and spiders of Deep Nest didn't worship any higher being.
Silk.
There is a
Song?
giant mushroom corpse in the fungal core, but I don't think this.
I don't think I got to that guy.
Who the hell would want to worship a fat-ass mushroom? Fat-ass slugs?
Oh my god. I don't think I ever saw that either.
Was created by
Was that in there?
known as Un. Un used her great mind to dream the vegetation of Green Path into the once barren caverns. Un's followers, the Mosskin, were also born out of Un's dream, making her their creator. Green Path at its height was
I hate
actually
those things too.
larger than we see in game. At one point, Green Path stretched into both modern-day Queen's Garden and possibly Fog Canyon. Green Path's citizens showed themselves to be a fairly developed society. They built a temple at the Lake of Un in order to worship.
Okay, cool
and
influence.
they
Yeah.
had their own
There's a lot of stuff I haven't seen already.
Moss Knights showing proficiency in combat, using nails and shells as weapons. The Law of Un continued to remain in effect even after the Pale King arrived, but it seems like they allowed the king to establish a road through their lands, leading travelers to the heart of Hallownest. Hence the name Green Path. Yeah,
Oh.
they really racked their brains when naming this area, didn't they?
Yeah, kind of simple.
The bees. And while there is no
The hive, man.
bees can turn into fucking drills, or how they can ignore all known laws of aviation,
Yep.
you know how they reacted to the Pale King. These bugs decided to seal their hive off from the rest of the world,
True.
patrol bees being able to enter and exit the hive. So yeah, the bees are pretty much
They were really
the
secluded.
story. And finally we have the moth.
Shape of Un.
In-game, the only moth settlement is in the resting grounds, but the tribe might have also inhabited the Crystal Peak at one point. Now, as we all know, moths in real life are just complete assholes.
Yes, they are.
The moths in Hollow Knight, well,
Doesn't do much.
complicated. The moth race is described as being a rather pacifist group, with few ever choosing to take up a weapon. During the Pale King's reign, the moth race delved amongst dreams and the dead, displaying the importance of remembering those who have passed, as well as learning how to shape dreams themselves. Similar to the Mothkin, the moth tribe was born from a higher being known as the Radiance. The Radiance is described as being a light
Yo.
tribe basked. So she was basically a giant lamp to them. Another
Of
important
course they followed it.
Radiance is her ties to dreams and a substance known as essence.
The Radiance.
The remains of wishes and dreams, and a
Yeah.
in-game
I got a good amount of that.
particle effects.
Those are pretty sick. Good idea, by the way.
Roots,
Good
as well
idea.
as dream ghosts, both of which are memories taking root in the world.
Those ghosts are annoying too.
Appears to be a creature made of essence, but she isn't the only higher being to give off
I would have not enjoyed a fight with that.
green particles. The Pale King has gray particles,
The sun. Oh.
named Grim gives off
Grim.
red particles. However, the Radiance appears to be the main god when it comes to dreams, even if other gods also dabble in the dream realm. Getting back to the Moth tribe, it is their interaction with the Pale King that we need to discuss. Basically, the Moths turned their backs on the Radiance completely in order to worship the new light that had appeared, the Pale King's light. So yeah,
Okay.
they're assholes in this game too. With her tribe forsaking her,
Confirmed.
Radiance became a forgotten memory, a remnant of the past, and a thing that's definitely not going to come up again later in this video. And so the Pale King's new kingdom was established, Hallownest. But there is one aspect of Hallownest that we need to discuss. Unfortunately, to better understand this, we're going to have to read some poetry. In Wilds Beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret. For none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. Under palest watch, you
I read this at the fountain.
base instincts were redeemed. A world you gave to bug and beast as they had never dreamed. This is from a poem titled Elegy for Hallownest, written by Motomon the Teacher. The poem appears at the beginning of every playthrough
I'm looking at chat.
and hints at what the Pale King and his kingdom offered. Much of the land outside of Hallownest appears to be a wasteland, where bugs survive off of instinct, without the burden of mind. Hallownest somehow taught these bugs and tamed their savagery. Basically, the Pale King changed the instincts of his subjects and granted them higher thought. To get a better picture of this, let's look at two different characters.
Those guys are annoying. They look like eggs.
These adorable panda bug things give us a clear display
Guy?
of Hallownest's effect. While both appear to be
I never ran into Tuck. Oh, this is the comic you guys are talking about with Quirrell.
struggling to string together words, while Tuck speaks fairly clearly. The main difference between these two characters is that while Boone lives outside of Hallownest, Tuck lives beneath the city's capital. Basically, it appears as
How'd I never find him?
literal holy ground that raises the intelligence of those who dwell within. The Pale King established a path, starting from the kingdom's entrance in King's Pass, winding through Greenpath and the fungal wastes, and finally ending at the massive capital at Hallownest's heart. We now know the capital city as the City of Tears, but that was likely not its original name. The rain that falls down onto the city from the blue lake above didn't begin until after the kingdom collapsed. So unless the capital was originally named by some edgy literature student, the name City of Tears wouldn't have made much sense. The king's
Was
motivation
it just the city?
appears to have been his desire to be worshipped. The citizens of Hallownest believe that the Pale King created the world and everything in it. Shrines to the king can be found scattered throughout.
There's so many of those.
Those were created
And they're
by
huge.
followers of the king.
They're massive.
The king often kept himself hidden from his subjects, possibly to hide his blemishes. I mean,
Oh, is he ugly?
the size of the real Pale King to
Yeah, he's tiny.
the ancient basin, the man is clearly overcompensating. The
Yeah.
White Palace was also built underneath the city, separating him from his subjects even more so. At the same time,
Wow.
powers became shunned in Hallownest, though we don't know for sure if the Pale King had anything to do with this. Lifeblood is a blue liquidy substance that leaves those who drink it feeling refreshed. However, the use
Gatorade.
was seen as a taboo, and those who used it were demonized as heretics. The use of soul for combat was also shunned. Soul is a sort
Oh,
of life force in
oops.
Hollow Knight that animates the bodies of living creatures. But some characters are able to control the soul of others to
That little thing I ran into that trapped me.
With a few exceptions, no citizens
Oh, look.
ever used this power.
I beat that guy one try.
However, the Pale King didn't rule.
Whoa.
There was another higher being in the mix. A being
What's up, Jamie?
known as the White Lady. The
Whoa.
Lady is a weird brute-like being that can be found in the modern-day Queen's Gardens. She is encased in a strange cocoon, and we know very little about her. With as much exposition we get for the Pale King, there is next to nothing on the White
Yeah, PD.
But one thing we do know is that she likes to breed. Like, a lot. The White Lady would often retreat to the Queen's Gardens, an area of land once controlled by the Moss
You're doing good, Jamie.
How exactly she walked around and actually went places is a lore question
Scary.
for even my expertise.
I don't like
Lady is also
I don't like
known as
how the White Lady
Pale,
looks.
along with the Pale King. What exactly are pale beings? Well, we don't know for sure, but they seem to stand out even amongst higher beings as being even more powerful.
Even more, I think lesser.
So let's try using an example. I'd say that regular higher beings are like a TP-Link Archer C7 AC1750 wireless dual-band gigabit router.
Holy,
Beings are like the Asus RT-AX80
bro, I don't know the difference.
6000 dual-band 8x gigabit Wi-Fi router. Under the Pale King, Hallownest underwent a bit of an industrial revolution. He ordered the construction of the stagways, which were used to transport passengers and goods. The Forgotten Crossroads
The Kings seem to have done some good stuff, but
were used to store goods that traveled along these stagways. The king also ordered the construction of the tramways, because literally no one is safe.
is the King good or bad?
A tram was built between the Forgotten Crossroads and the resting grounds. A second tram was built from the kingdom's edge across the ancient basin over to Deepnest. And then a third tram was started in Deepnest and attempted to go further.
Never finish.
Not sure how useful that would have been to the bugs of Hallownest, but whatever. The Pale King's a smart guy. I'm not gonna question him. But anyway,
Showing here being dead.
smart plan to build a tram in Deepnest ended up getting a few of his tram workers killed. The bugs
few?
of Deepnest rejected the Pale King's attempt to build a tram in their territory.
Oh yeah, okay, Rich.
Relation shared between the two groups.
Yeah, he seemed to like kill everybody.
Aside from convenient fast travel, regular pathways were also used to cart goods around the kingdom. From this was born probably one of the most important groups in Hallownest, and perhaps even all of fiction. An elusive guild of bugs, simply known as the Menderbugs, took to maintaining the various signs scattered.
The labor force.
From the journal entry of one Menderbug, we can catch a glimpse into their ancient and unknown
Look at 'em.
minds.
Dear diary, isn't life just the most beautiful thing? Fixing signs,
Look at them.
let them break, I say. I'm a
Look at them.
for all that repairing. I sometimes doubt there's a single bug in all of Hallownest happier than me.
Construction workers, dude.
The Pale King
Blue collar bugs.
structure is the Crystal Peak. This area is filled with crystals that grow rapidly along walls, ceilings, and
Never ending crystals.
certain bugs.
The rock candy.
These crystals were considered valuable to the bugs of Hallownest, resulting
That's great
in large-scale
influence.
mining efforts.
Yeah, I like it.
We don't actually see the crystals used anywhere else in Hallownest, but they are said to contain a sort of energy. The crystals are often
heart.
said to sing if you listen very carefully.
I knew something was gonna happen. And so do I.
Military, Hallownest's first line of defense
No.
appeared to be a group simply known as the Five Great Knights. The members of this esteemed coalition were Ogrim, Hagamol, Zamir, Drya, and Isma.
Isma's tear.
Most of the information about these knights has
I hated that fat globby thing.
is the knight we know the most about.
I got him.
One of the few knights still alive during the events of the game.
Not anymore.
Possessed a great amount of loyalty towards the king, and he maybe had something going on with Isma, but we really don't know. Hagamol was known for his sense of humor and his soft-spoken voice, but at the same
But
time,
he's huge.
he was also dummy thick.
Dummy thick.
She arrived in Hallownest from a serene land, bringing with her a collection of delicate flowers. At
Okay, influence.
She also got into a relationship with a mantis, but not just any mantis, a daughter of one of the mantis lords. So yeah, it seems like these
There's so much.
are slaying in more ways than one. All we really know about her
Hey, yo.
she was
What's up?
fierce, caring, and wild.
Pale court.
As for Isma, she was described as being kind. She also appears to be some sort of weird plant life form, but the
Yeah, I don't understand that.
she's from or what her powers were. The Five Great Knights play an important role in the Champion's Call, the Knotted Grove, and the Battle of the Black Worm. We have no idea
Wow.
what these events were or how they affected Hallownest, but they sound cool nonetheless. During Hallownest's reign, there was another strange area that seemed to exist separate from the Pale King's rule. Carved out of the
Yeah, this is a Mossback video. I just beat the game.
an area called the Colosseum of Fools was constructed, and it was a death
Yeah, the Colosseum.
warriors from outside Hallownest.
So there is lore.
The sole purpose for fighting in the Colosseum appeared to be simply for glory, with a mysterious figure known as the Lord Fool overseeing the combat. We
Yeah, a
don't know
dead
if
bug.
the Colosseum was constructed, or if the Pale King was involved. But
Dude.
one of his servants, the Pale Lurker, became
I found this guy.
the Colosseum, perhaps indicating the Pale King's approval. And
Hold on. Yeah, so I'm ready for the Pantheons? No. I haven't found God Home. Not planning on doing it. I'm planning on going through to Silk Song, continuing my playing of the game. I'm not trying to 112%, not trying to do all that. Just playing the game, and then I'll revisit at some point.
finally, there was the Royal Waterways, where the fecal excrement of the kingdom was washed out into the fungal wastes.
Oh, ew.
This area saw the rise of a species of parasite-like creatures called the fluke.
I hate those.
The fluke spawned
Blech.
the fluke marm, a giant
Oh, I didn't run into that.
cavities in which tinier flukes live.
Should be the last thing I do.
Much lore involved with the flukes, but I
I'm not sticking on Hollow Knight that long.
marm is canonically a MILF. Like,
What?
not even debatable.
Alluring god of motherhood?
2 + 2 = 4, and we all want to fuck this thing.
Oh my god.
This was the kingdom of Hallownest at its height. Hallownest was a vast kingdom connected by a network of stagways and tram stations. The bugs of Hallownest mourned their dead on the resting grounds, engaged in commerce using Geo, the de facto currency of the region, and a thriving capital located in the middle of the kingdom. The
Where that
king had
scammer was.
crafting a full-blown society, but we all know there are pitfalls to living
The Joker.
society. As the suspiciously knowledgeable Hunter points out in his journal, the Pale King had created a population of weak and pathetic creatures.
Mm-hmm.
The Hallownest did not hunt for their own food and had become complacent.
Oh, ew. All the ones that were chopped up.
With the east wing of the capital, these greedy members of Hallownest's high society became complete cowards.
They had so much going on.
Plumb from excess wealth. The bugs living in Hallownest's prime looked quite different than the instinctive simpletons they once were. Their savagery had been replaced with intelligence,
Panda bug.
and through that intellect, they gave the Pale King the devotion and service he desired. And while there were a few snags
Got everything he wanted. How'd he die?
shining times for the king and his subjects. Resting at the threshold of Hallownest is a strange lore tablet, proclaiming Hallownest to be the last and only civilization. It calls Hallownest an
Oh, I could tell that influence.
This appears to have been the Pale King's goal, for Hallownest to stand against a wasted world as a final beacon for civilization. And that was the Pale King's ultimate folly, to think that he could succeed where so many others had failed before. Long before the Pale Kings or the Buried
Oh, it's all dark and disgusting.
land
The
of Hallownest
abyss.
was controlled by an ancient caste. Hints of Hallownest's history are littered throughout the land, with the most notable examples being the soul totems and arcane eggs. One sect of these ancient bugs didn't worship a god like the Pale King or any lord, but instead a dark and mysterious substance.
Oh god, the gooey stuff. Yeah, the
The
void.
ancient caste once also
Oh,
lay claim to the entire
the
land
little
of Hallownest.
tentacles.
They too failed. In his quest to conquer all of Hallownest, the Pale King had made an enemy long forgotten, an enemy that was about to be remembered. I mentioned
Good storytelling.
the Moth tribe entirely forgot about the Radiance in order to worship the Pale King.
Oh, snap.
Quite true. Memories of her still lingered, and hushed whispers of faith kept the Radiance alive. At the summit of the Crystal Peak, a location
I was here.
Hallownest's crown, a strange collection of glyphs can be found. Joining these glyphs is a statue of the Radiance, presiding over the kingdom below. This old summit is the sole standing shrine left to the Radiance. This was built in order to keep the memory of the Radiance alive. The Radiance's light began to appear in the dreams of Hallownest citizens. This light manifested itself in an infection that ravaged through the
That's what it was? The infection was the light?
would fall into a deep sleep and awaken with broken minds. Some of the lesser bugs tried to resist the Radiance's light.
Oh my god, those guys blowing up. Oh,
Consumed by it even more so. Many infected bugs lost their
hate that guy.
and began attacking
Hate that guy.
that weren't infected. The infection
Oh my god, Bug's life.
the bodies of its hosts, causing them to bloat and occasionally develop orange cysts on their bodies.
Fanta bubbles.
They were reverted back to their basic instincts, carrying out the duties they once fulfilled in
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
mindless slaves. Those caught up in the infection were linked into the Radiance's hive mind,
Poor man.
allowing her to control their bodies if needed. As the infection spread across Hallownest, many groups looked to solutions to fight off the Radiance's
The
light.
Fanta took over.
Gates to the City of Tears were closed in an attempt to
Wait. So the moths followed the radiance, and that was like it. That was cool. They were chilling. And because everyone else started getting taken over by the Pale King, Radiance was like, I can run this whole thing into the ground. I was just cool with the moth dudes. Now, all y'all, that's crazy. That's underdog. Because you're like, you think you're in your own lane, it's chilling. Guess what? I actually run this shit. Would have never guessed it. That would have been, if I was a bug, I would have been blindsided. I would be covered in Fanta bubbles. Never.
keep the infection from reaching the
That's crazy.
The stagways
Yeah, they switched up. So she crashed out
many of the
and ran
stagways
everything.
eventually died out.
Everything into the ground.
More proactive efforts against the infection. The scholars of the Soul Sanctum decided to harness the power
That guy was weird.
in an attempt to fight the infection. This resulted in the deaths of hundreds of bugs,
So many bugs.
sucked out and injected into the bodies of the scholars.
Oh,
Was to achieve
I remember you guys telling me about this part.
focus, which would somehow protect them from plagues of the mind. The scholars' leader, the Soul Master, was
Killed him in one go.
the sheer power of soul, and
One
its
go?
entire sect failed to avoid infection. But hey, at least they took as many innocent people down with them as they could. The Mantis tribe, showing a stronger will than the common bug, were able
Pretty much so.
to stave off the infection. However, one of the 4 Mantis Lords turned against his sisters. He and his followers took in the infection willingly, as it gave them more strength and courage. At some point during all this, the traitor lord
They did enhancement drugs. They shot up because they knew they'd be stronger. And for what? And for what?
and his followers were exiled from
Yeah, Soul Master Abbey one time, one go, by accident.
Queen's Gardens.
Bro, performance enhancing drugs in the bugs.
At some point. This is the same mantis that was in a relationship with Zamir, one of
Enhancement
the
Fanta.
Knights. But the mantises rejected
Electrolytes.
the union because of Zamir's outsideness. As a gamer, this type of prejudice
Wow.
is too
Look at that
familiar,
wallpaper.
and honestly, it makes me sick.
Gamers rise up.
With the 5 Great Knights completely useless to fight against the infection, the Pale King devised his own scheme. A scheme involving a strange substance known as Void. As I mentioned earlier, the Pale King's White Palace was built in an area called the Ancient Basin, but his castle wasn't the only noteworthy thing down there. At the bottom of the Ancient Basin,
Oh god.
entrance to a pit known as the Abyss. Within the Abyss was a lake
Scary.
The Pale King realized that this void could be given form, as evidenced by an imprint of such deep within the abyss, possibly left there by the ancient civilization that predated Hallownest. The Pale King devised a workshop in his palace, where he placed void in armor shells imbued with soul, creating servants known as King's Molds and Wing Molds. These void creatures were somehow imprinted with the desire of the Pale King, so that they would serve him. It isn't clear how the
What?
King started making these creatures.
Whoa.
Imply that even common bugs were aware of King's Molds. But the point is, the Pale King turned to the Void in order to create another creature, one that he believed could contain the Radiance and her infection. He tried to create a pure vessel.
Bro. It's like the industrial age. But they found out goo can take shape. Good God. What? Don't give the bugs goo. Whatever you do, do not give a bug goo.
The Radiance's infection needs its host to have a will and a mind in order to instill.
No goo, no Fanta.
A pure vessel would be a creature made of void designed
Holy.
with those features. The Pale King believed that by harnessing the void
Is this a lore stream? I just beat the game. Everybody asked that I watch this, so we're watching it. Don't give the bugs Fanta or goo.
inside a pure vessel, he would be able to stop the infection and keep Hallownest lasting eternal. But his method for creating this so-called pure vessel was incredibly cruel. This is where the White Lady and her King Kong-sized libido come into play. These two higher beings engaged in a union of some kind, resulting in the creation of several eggs that were dropped down.
Ew? Ew. Yeah, 28 hours. That's what it took me to beat it. Yep. To get one ending. 79% of the game, whatever. Are we this? Is this us? Oh my god, we're the child of the Pale King and the White Lady. We're brighter goo. No shot. So we are the child between these two things. One of many children, obviously. And they were just throwing shit at the wall until we stuck. And then we came in and said, "Give me the Fanta." That's crazy. They kept fucking until one of their kids was strong enough. That is Spartan mentality. Holy shit. We are one of bajillions.
Into the abyss. There, the void seeped into these eggs, corrupting the offspring of the Pale King and the White Lady. This act resulted in the creation of the vessels.
Bro, my twins.
Not technically considered to be alive. They are shells created from the Pale King and White Lady that have been filled with the void. Within each vessel is a shade, a complete.
Yo, what's crazy? Hold on. Pause 1 second. Do you guys remember what the name of my first video of Hollow Knight was? Do you guys remember what the name of that was? I'm pulling it up. Hold up. 1 second. It's not I Am the Hollow Knight. Okay. The name of it is right here. It's avoiding Hollow Knight until now. Holy foreshadow. Literally voiding. Holy foreshadow. I had no clue. And look at us now. Huge foreshadowing. The pun doesn't count. It wasn't intended, but accidental joke. You predict the future? God, I guess. I think somebody actually commented on this. Like void, avoid, like void in all caps. Hold up. We're gonna look at this. Yeah, 2 weeks ago I started the game. Let's see. Where is this? Oh, you mean a voiding Hollow Knight until now? Bro, I might change the title to this. Honestly. That's awesome. That's so funny. All right, back to the video. I gotta learn about shade.
Being hidden behind the face of the vessel. Vessels are also non-gendered. I guess because they're dead or something. I'm not sure if that's how that.
I'll change it before we end stream.
Whatever. I'm not an expert on these kinds of things. I don't work at ICE anymore. Thousands of.
Did he just make the same joke again?
Process, but only one was chosen as the pure vessel. This particular vessel, chosen by the Pale King, was deemed the Hollow Knight, and was taken away to the White Palace. But I want to take a bit of a closer look at this part of the story. There are a number of questions and theories surrounding this moment that I really want to dig into. The big question surrounding this moment is, why was the Hollow Knight chosen over any other vessel?
True.
The common theory is that the Pale King took these vessels
What is
to
this?
the White Palace and evaluated them using
I was never here.
of buzzsaws. This theory is probably the least likely explanation. It kinda exists just to explain the buzzsaws, which is quite the mystery, I'll admit, but doesn't really mesh with the vessels very well. How does being good at Super Meat Boy prove that you are a worthy vessel?
Oh my god.
Statistics in a game about magic bugs is never a good idea. How exactly did the Pale King transfer these thousands of vessels to his palace without characters like the Dung Defender?
Parkours? Oh my god.
So this means that the Pale King probably made his decision without taking any of the vessels out of the abyss. So how did the Pale King make his evaluation? I think the best explanation comes from a theory I originally heard from a user named Golden Flower Fan. Basically, the vessels were hatched down at the bottom of the abyss, and the first one to make it to the top was chosen by the Pale King. In a memory of this event,
Spartan.
we see vessels falling from above back down into the pit of the abyss. Perhaps these vessels weren't being cast down into the abyss, but fell while trying to escape out of it. The lore tablet outside the abyss appears to support this theory.
Oh, I read this one.
Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer.
Wow.
The tablet was likely written right after the Hollow Knight was chosen, considering that is when the entrance to the abyss was sealed off. The tablet
We opened it.
claims that the pure vessel has ascended.
How's probably doing? We just beat the game, so good.
The abyss. And while cut content should never be considered canon, I would just like to point out that an earlier version of this tablet, found in the game's code, was even more explicit about this. It read, "From below, our pure vessel has ascended." But
That would have given it away.
to the top of the abyss first proved that the Hollow Knight is somehow a perfectly hollow vessel. Well, I think this whole concept might just be a
Okay, Benji.
misconception. What if the Hollow Knight wasn't any different from the other vessels? All the vessels were made in the exact same way after all.
Yeah, they were.
The idea that the Hollow Knight was somehow more hollow than the other vessels comes from the fact that there were so many vessels
going
created in
on?
the first place. If they only needed one, then why create so goddamn many?
Yeah, there's so many. Where's Waldo?
Steroids. Well, these are bugs we're talking about, so it
Oh,
makes
true.
sense
They have a
that
lot of
multiple
kids.
Offspring would come from one egg, and it might have been a precaution to produce multiple vessels
How many of us were crammed inside that egg?
to successfully escape the abyss.
200 square foot apartment.
It could be that the Pale King just yeeted other vessels that made it to the top first, after determining that they weren't hollow, which would better explain why so many were created. Ultimately, the exact
So many.
details aren't super important.
So many of them.
I find it interesting how many different interpretations can be pulled from this part of the lore. After the Hollow Knight was chosen, the Pale
Only
King
7 eggs.
away to the abyss, leaving the discarded
Imagine.
vessels to rot away in darkness. These actions were not taken lightly by the Pale King.
That's how it is in the Bug World influence.
Both participants expressed shame in what they did, but saw no other option to save the kingdom.
Damn.
But the vessels weren't the only poor saps sealed away in the abyss. There's also
Wait. So for somebody that has played Silksong, let me know if this is something that we find out. What is Hornet? If Hornet is a part of kind of what we are, where does Hornet fall in the hierarchy of things? Because we have like the same kind of shape going on. She's kind of a vessel. Kinda. Just watch. Okay.
Spire. Its light shining down on an ocean of abyss below. Inside was one of the Pale King's royal retainers, who was left in charge of keeping the lighthouse turned on.
He didn't make it.
Brave soul was willingly sealed in a dark and dangerous tomb for the rest of his life.
He didn't make it.
Just so he could not pull a lever. Well, at least he was living with purpose. With the abyss sealed and the Hollow Knight chosen, the Pale King's plan was beginning to come together. The Hollow Knight was raised and trained to prime form, causing it to grow several times its original size. We don't know
Huge.
exactly why this happened.
Bro, he was at
but I
least
guess the Hollow Knight
6'6",
was
6'7".
We
At
know the
least.
Hollow Knight was trained to use a nail, but why was this even necessary?
Hate that guy.
One possible explanation is that the Hollow Knight needed to protect itself in case an intruder tried to kill it. You know, like the player. Or perhaps it was important in the process of containing the Radiance. Unfortunately, the details of that are never fully explained. The Hollow Knight might have somehow focused the Radiance inside itself, but Team Cherry gives us no explanation of how that might have.
Yeah.
But that still wasn't enough for the Pale King. Additional seals were needed in order to protect the Hollow Knight's physical body while
The
Radiance was
Dreamers.
trapped inside of it. To achieve this, the Pale King sought the help of 3 particular bugs, who would later be known as the Dreamers: Lurien the Watcher, Motomon the Teacher, and Hera the Beast. Lurien is definitely the most mysterious of the 3 Dreamers.
Oh, we're learning about this part.
Spire in the
This is where it gets to Hornet, I'm sure.
From there, Lurien watched over the city with his telescope.
Oh, that's why the telescope was there.
Pretty big fan of the king, so it probably took little convincing for him to lie down for him. Lorien might also be tied to another strange incident that occurred in the City of Tears. Hidden on some of Lurien's lore tablets are images of jars, the same jars that can be found stockpiled in the Tower of Love.
Oh,
This
grubs.
building sits on the outskirts of the city, and is the setting of one of the most bizarre bosses in the game, the Collector. The Collector is a void construct that appears to have been made from the same mold used to create the King's molds. But the Collector is unique because, well,
Good grief, he's naked!
Oh my, what the?
Tower of Love, with a noble bug who likely owned the establishment. In the tower, a number of bugs can be found captured in jars, implying that these two were tasked with collecting these creatures. However, the Collector
But why?
became obsessed with grubs.
With grubs.
Track of grubs it captured in jars.
Oh, I understand. That's how we find all of them.
Grub in the style of the Vitruvian Man. Eventually, the bug staying with the Collector decided to lock it inside the Tower of Love, and fled to the Queen's Gardens, where it died,
Oh my
for
god.
exposure to the void. Despite being locked up in the tower
I didn't get all the grubs. I got a good chunk.
by the Hunter at some point,
Like 3/4.
either means this only happened recently, or the Hunter has been farting around in Hallownest for a long-ass time. We have no idea what these creatures were trying to do. It's implied that the Collector was trying to preserve the creatures of Hallownest, perhaps trying to protect them from the spread of the infection, but we don't know where the Collector's obsession
Repopulate.
originated.
Noah's Ark, but bug.
Connected to all of this, we don't know how involved he was with this operation, or what its end goal exactly was. Motomon the Teacher lived in the Teacher's Archives, a library built atop a lake of acid in the Fog Canyon. The lower half of her body consists of tentacles, making her a popular subject for the thriving Hollow Knight R34 community.
Brother.
Archives and the Fog Canyon as a whole are also filled
Okay.
with these strange Metroid knockoffs. These creatures are likely related to
I hate those. The big ones.
They could be her live offspring, her test tube babies, or possibly even her shit. Moldamon
Oh,
uses
alright.
futuristic cathode ray tube things to store information about Hallownest. Several terminals in the
Interesting.
teacher's archive go into detail about the Pale King's plan to defeat the Radiants, indicating that Moldamon had intimate knowledge of what she was taking part in. Finally, the Pale King sought the help of Hera the Beast, the Queen
Hera.
of Deepnest.
Yep. Okay.
As I mentioned earlier,
Hornets,
relations between
the whole
Hera
thing.
and Deepnest were kinda not great. Unlike
Yeah.
the other two dreamers, Hera needed to be convinced
Yo, what's up, bro?
to help the Pale King. Hera would eventually agree to become a dreamer in exchange for a child. The Pale King agreed, and the two engaged in a dalliance, which is a fancy way of saying they totally boned. The White Lady was okay with this arrangement. In fact, she might have been watching from the closet. The motive behind Hera's request is never elaborated on, but it appears as though the King of Deepness
We're watching a lore video. Broke up.
Hera was a common bug, so perhaps she desired the Pale King's pale seed so that her child could be of high birth. The bargain between Hera and the Pale King resulted in the birth of Hornet. She
I see.
became known as the gendered child, because unlike the Pale King's other children, Hornet was not hollowed out by the Hera and Hornet spent little time together, as Hera had good on her end of the bargain.
Hornet's mom.
Three dreamers were put to rest. Through their actions, a seal was placed over the black egg, prohibiting entrance into the chamber. These dreamers also had their own protection. At the base of
Hate those guys too.
the Watcher Knights guarded access to their master's body.
Don't like
His
'em.
body was protected by a giant jellyfish named Umu. On top of this,
Umu was a pain.
trusted her servant Quirrell with a mask which would be required to break an additional seal she had placed over herself.
Squirrel.
So she basically is double wrapping herself. As for Hera, we're not really sure what protected her, since it is never actually seen in-game. We don't know where this creature is hiding, but whoever it is, they really suck at their job. Now there appears to be one more element to the Pale King's plan, involving the Weavers. Hidden away
Okay.
in the Weaver's den is an incomplete seal of binding, woven from silk. This design prominently features the Hollow Knight's head, and can be found in the White Palace, as well as blocking the exit during the Hollow Knight fight. Silk spools created by the Weavers can be found in the Stag Station in Deepnest, as well as the Stag Station next to the White Palace.
I remember those.
These spools can also be found in the Pale King's workshop. We know that the Weavers were closely tied to Hera and Hornet, so their actions might have been a part of the deal between the Pale King and Hera. Once the Hollow Knight was ready, the Radiance was
That's a big dude.
into the vessel, which was then placed inside of a giant black egg located in the Forgotten Crossroads. This egg
It's so
was
close to us too.
the Hollow Knight, and itself appears to be fashioned from void. The Hollow Knight was chained up, and the entrance to the black egg was locked behind a powerful seal created by the three dreamers. Initially, this convoluted plan actually worked, and the infection was successfully contained.
Until.
Memorials to the Hollow Knight and the Dream
Until.
were erected in the City of Tears and the Resting Grounds. But this is the part of the story where things get a little bit hazy. By the time these statues were constructed, citizens had taken to writing on parchment woven from spider,
So much paper.
which was all destroyed when water started pouring down onto the city.
Yep.
We don't know how long the Hollow Knight was able to completely contain the infection. Bugs from Dirtmouth used to go to the Temple of the Black Egg to pray, saying they felt at peace within the walls. But after a while, they stopped going, perhaps indicating that the infection was beginning to leak out again.
Oh no.
Infectious air continued to seep through,
Oh god.
eventually even reaching the deepest parts of the kingdom. As it turned out,
Hated that fight.
the King's pure vessel wasn't quite so pure after all.
Bad guy.
The Knight had been tarnished by an idea instilled. While the game never explicitly tells us what that idea was, it does hint strongly at what it might be. Hidden away in the White Palace is a memory showing the Hollow Knight and the Pale King sharing a moment.
Oh.
Have developed a parental bond
Jealousy.
with the Pale King. And who could blame it? The Pale King is a pretty great dad after all. You ignore the infanticide and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Remember those smug mushroom dickheads? Well, it
Yes.
turns out their trust in the Pale King was a complete mistake. That shared mind isn't looking too good now, is it?
No, they're all dumb.
Or the corpse of a giant mushroom lies dormant. Its final thoughts
Again, I missed that.
pale worm. What good to see a demise unavoidable? This proved that
Ooh.
the Pale King always knew that his kingdom was doomed. All he could do was delay the inevitable. This is
It did seem like that, like it was coming.
was entirely collapsed. The Hollow Knight had not completely stopped the infection, and while it may have taken a while, Hallownest was eventually brought low. It's at this point that characters and areas begin to resemble as we know them in-game. When it became clear that the Hollow Knight was not able to contain the Radiance, the Pale King resorted to his final plan. He fucked off, hiding himself, his White Palace, and his Pale Corpse.
Bro left for the milk.
All of the
Oh my god.
under white sheets, similar to how people in the real world cover their furniture while away on long trips. The palace was also completely covered with thorns and buzzsaws, similar to how people in the real world cover their houses with thorns and buzzsaws. The Pale King would eventually
Yeah,
pass
that's what I
away
do.
while sitting on his throne in the White Palace. There's no confirmation on what killed him,
How?
but there are a few things to consider. The
How?
room is incredibly dark compared to the rest of the palace, and the particle effects and ambient track in this room are identical to that of the Abyss.
Hmm.
All of the king's molds surrounding the Pale King are dead.
F them
Base
buzzsaws.
also has become stained with the presence of Void, as it can
Did Void expand?
the rundown elevator shaft leading back to the city. Remember that bug that was sealed away in the Abyss to make sure the light
Yeah, he couldn't stop it,
turned off?
so it kept going.
Well, the lighthouse was turned off. I guess that whole living with purpose thing is a crock of shit after all. It seems as though the Sea
He
of
kind of failed and fucked everybody up, right?
wants this bug to betray
It's that guy's fault.
and turn off the lighthouse. Now I know what you're thinking.
Oh god.
Exactly how conscious is the Void? Is the Void able to think for itself? Can it form strategies? Does it host a podcast? Well, according to this,
To host a podcast.
the Void is powerful, but not unified. So while it can thrash
It's just a mess.
come near it,
It's chaos.
out in unison to turn off a light, it's not a single conscious being. Getting back to the Pale King, one could argue that the Void might have played a role in his ultimate demise.
Is it like jazz?
Viewpoint in the past.
Good
You
question.
have to remember that there isn't enough evidence to know for sure. As an expert lawyer and a good friend of mine, Johnny Cochran, once said, "Any evidence that the Void was involved in the Pale King's death is circumstantial. My name is Johnny Cochran." Just above the White Palace,
True.
bugs in the City of Tears weren't faring much better. Even
True.
if we ignore the fact that the infection was still around, there were other issues that helped lead to the city's downfall. Due to the gates being sealed, some bugs resorted to cannibalism
God.
to avoid starvation.
That room was tough.
There's also that metric fuckton of corpses lining the walls of the Soul Sanctum. When all was said and done, the only citizen left standing is Eternal Emelita.
I hate that lady.
Off about it like she's a fucking Dark Souls character. The
Yeah, she's like, oh, everybody sucks, I'm high.
Gardens. She decided to place bindings on herself in order to keep her from spreading her seed. She claims that this is because of the shame she feels in helping the Pale King create the vessels, but honestly, it's probably just her kink. The White Lady also diminished her power, possibly as a way to keep herself hidden from unwanted visitors.
Fair.
Outside her cocoon, Drya stood guard, protecting her queen from the violent traitor mantises. Drya is eventually killed off by these bugs.
Damn.
Actually pretty pathetic if you think about it.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the best.
Talking like the Netgear WPN8
Bro, this is so
wireless router pathetic.
specific.
Speaking of great knights dying pathetically, let's move on to Hagemul. Hagemul held the city crest, a key used to open one of the gates to the
That guy was annoying.
At some point, Hagemul's armor shell was stolen by a maggot. Now, maggots were generally looked down upon and forced to
I killed all of them. I killed all of them.
weak, and basically deserved all of the discrimination they got. But this one maggot decided to turn the tide, so he stole Hagemul's shell so that he could defend his downtrodden.
That's a crazy move, by the way.
His actions weren't motivated by
Murked him.
perfection, but
Every one of them.
as a result of how hierarchical caste systems will always lead to revolution from the working class.
Oh no.
Can only be achieved. Blah blah blah. Capitalism is bad. Subscribe to my Patreon. Ogrim moved to the Royal Waterways.
What a plug.
Started living in shit, changing his name to Dung Defender. Now I love wallowing in shit as much as the next guy, but you'd have to really love shit to put up with living with the flukes. The Dung Defender kept an unwavering sense of duty and loyalty
God.
and love for his
Not the MILF bug.
so much so that he made shit statues of them. How nice. Ogrim acted as the
He loved them.
pipeways, Waterways, as well as Isma's Grove. A section of the royal waterways became filled with acid, and in the middle of it all rests Isma's corpse, which has been overcome by plant life. Isma is likely the one
Didn't realize that.
for this acid blight, but we have no idea what happened to her. Hornet's whereabouts during this time are fairly mysterious. We know that she departed Deepnest and didn't return until the events of the game.
I want to get rid of him.
At some point, she took
I hated him. Sorry,
Hallownest
Benji.
from intruding warriors, as well as the cast-off shell in the Kingdom's Edge.
Yeah, Hornet does work.
Despite the kingdom's woes at large, fortunately this fate did not befall one of the fandom's favorite characters. The Menderbugs continued to fix the broken
Oh my god.
from a diary.
Oh my god.
You can see that one Menderbug in particular had
This
found
again.
himself on the precipice of a long
This
and loving relationship.
again.
Hello again, Diary. Not long now until the next Minder Bash. For us stealthy types, we're a riotous bunch when we get together, and Minderberry kept flashing me that smile. It might be time to muster my courage and act on it. I love my home and my life, but sharing it with another? Why, that'd be the berry on top.
Greenpath also underwent some changes during this time. The Mosskin were waiting for Un's call, which would bring them back into the dream they were originally born from. But
Beans.
for some reason, Un's strength deteriorated. We don't know why this happened exactly. Was it due to the White Lady claiming part of her kingdom? Was it
I don't like
somehow
those
due to
bugs.
an infection? Some Mosskin believe
much focus.
Unn went into hiding, but it appears as though Un is, in fact, calling to her children. But many of the Mosskin are
Oh yeah.
recall.
Waiting there.
Many
I thought it was cool he attacked me.
taken the Radiance's infection into their leaves, which might explain why Greenpath became overgrown with vegetation.
So many thorns.
Deteriorating powers.
I've died so many times.
Finally chose to forsake Un and worship the Radiance. Another tribe to be screwed over by the Radiance is
The Hive.
which fell to the infection after the death of
What happened with the queen there?
Queen Vespa.
Oh, she's just dead there?
This had little effect on their civilization.
Okay.
The Radiance's hive mind was already familiar to the bees, since the hive probably operated under something similar already. So in other words, the hive probably made out the best in this whole
I'm
situation.
not reading that name.
Let's turn our attention back to the moths. After all, it's their god that keeps killing everybody. While the moth tribe didn't fare too
The queen became so big she died.
the entire tribe died.
Yo,
The only known survivor is
humans are good at that.
Despite the loss of her tribe, the seer continued to tend to the graves in the resting grounds, while also waiting the arrival of the Wielder, a mysterious being that her tribe has dreamt of for a while. In the Kingdom's Edge, the land became covered in ash molting off of the worm's decomposing corpse. The Colosseum...
Oh god, the fake snow.
The Lord Fool passed away at some point, but nobody
Just laid there.
seems to notice or even care. The fools inside
Ugh.
the Colosseum were infected, but still seem to have maintained control over themselves.
He's still fighting?
It's possible that these bugs took in the infection willingly, similar to the Traitor Lord and his followers.
Ah, steroids.
This would have given them an edge in combat, similar to using steroids, but without the whole shrinking testicles thing. However,
It's not silk.
Traitor Lord and his followers
He
went
is dead skin.
so what makes these fools any more special? As for the Pale King's champion, the Pale Lurker, well, she just went the normal kind of insane. They're
Crazy, crazy.
unforeseen events
Dropping spikes and shit.
plan. When the Hollow Knight was originally chosen, the door to the Abyss was sealed, trapping the discarded vessels within. But apparently, some vessels didn't get the memo. Vessel corpses can be found
Oh,
throughout the
then what was up with that one dude
in the ancient basin,
that was
Green Path, and
Yeah.
the vessel trapped in Nosk's lair in Deepness.
Nosk?
Another
Mm-hmm.
vessel that escaped from the Abyss is the player character, the Knight.
Yes.
Exact details on how the vessels escaped the Abyss is unclear. There are indications that they might have slipped into Deepness through some old passageway, given void influences in part of the area, and all the corpses found in Nosk's lair. At
That's a bad way to go.
entrances to Hallownest were closed off, with the old well and dirt
Yeah, there's gonna be tiny little cracks to get through.
back in. Despite this, several people have wormed their way into the kingdom, with few ever returning. Characters like Relic Seeker Lem seemed content to just pillage artifacts from the ruined.
He's just chilling.
But other bugs seemed interested in something greater. In the Howling Cliffs rests the corpse of a member of the Grim Troop.
I remember this. Oh, they're from the Grim Troop?
Hallownest, so that the troop might be summoned to the kingdom.
Cornifer is the goat. I love
They're
Cornifer.
basically a group of bugs that serve a higher being known as the Nightmare Heart. The troop keeps the heart
Oh, ew.
by feeding on the nightmares of fallen kingdoms. This process also
Oh,
involves
that's why they moved in.
troop master to his own child because, hey, look at this cool ass boss battle.
Hey, that's a part that I'm gonna have to do eventually.
are the God Seekers. After being abandoned by their old gods, the
Hopefully spending time with the wife. God, we hope.
these bugs left their home in the land of storms, seeking out a new god to worship. The God Seekers looked to gods to save them from
Ooh,
the
creepy.
silent mind.
Oh, creepy.
Traveling through the wastelands, the God Seekers constructed devices called God Tuners, which helped them seek out new gods. Through this device, they were able to detect the lingering power of the Pale King and find their way to Hallownest. When they arrived, however, the God Seeker was forced into hibernation. She was encased in a strange sarcophagus-like.
Oh, is this like the god thing you guys were talking about? God home?
It's not clear how this forced hibernation worked, seeing as
Yeah,
the
yeah.
seems to have been made by the God Seeker herself.
Okay.
As for who put the cocoon in chains, I think the most likely candidate is the Dung Defender, considering
I see.
the Seeker's cocoon is found in the Junk Pit
Okay.
and the waterways, an area the Dung Defender has tasked himself with protecting. This was the general picture of Hallownest after the Hollow Knight was sealed inside the Temple of the Black Egg. The kingdom was stuck in a kind of stasis, with the Pale King civilization destroyed and the Radiance unable to break free from her chains. The Pale King was rebelling against nature, trying to keep his work standing indefinitely. The stasis over Hallownest.
Oh yeah, I got multiple simple keys.
That exactly? Well, we have no idea. As I'm sure you've noticed, there really
Yeah, I had
isn't time
all that.
for anything that happens in this game. We also have
I
no
wish there was a
idea
timeline.
if these bugs can actually live. Elderbug wasn't around to see the stagways open, but we know several other characters were, implying that Elderbug is probably one of the youngest characters in the whole game. But this stasis over Hallownest wasn't going to last forever.
What is the timeline?
Radiance erupted out of the Hollow Knight, cracking its shell and releasing a loud and powerful roar. The amount of
It's a long time.
the Hollow Knight became even greater. The many corpses that lined the roads and
Hold on. So the infection took forever. Took forever to spread. Because if Elderbug is old, but still like one of the youngest, we're older than him for sure. And there's been how many dead? This had to, man, they must have been making kids for way too long. They took forever to get it right. Oh my God.
cities of the kingdom sprang to life with the amplified power of the infection. This strengthened infection prompted the departure of the Weavers back to their old home. Now this old home might actually be Farloom, the kingdom in which Hollow Knight Silksong takes place.
Okay.
The amount of knowledge
That looks really pretty.
Silksong right now is pathetic, so I'm not saying that's confirmed or anything.
Well, now you can play it, and I will be.
Quirrell arrives back in Hallownest. His memory of Motomon appears to have been clouded due to his time outside of Hallownest. These events are depicted in the Quirrell prequel comic, which also shows
Damn.
an image of the Hollow Knight with a pre-cracked shell. This could mean that Quirrell's arrival happens roughly the same time the Hollow Knight's shell cracks. At around the same time Quirrell arrives in Hallownest, we also see the arrival of the player character, who is
Oh yeah, we're just
the Knight.
walking.
The Knight was one of the lucky vessels that was able to make its way out of the abyss. Somehow the Knight ended up venturing beyond Hallownest and into the wilds beyond. It's implied that the Knight was called to Hallownest by either the sealed Hollow Knight or the Radiance within. Regardless, once the Knight shows up and yeets itself off this cliff, the actual game
The free fall.
Knight finally begins.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of details we could get into. Hallownest is full of NPCs and bosses.
There's so many.
Ways to tell. But to be honest, I don't think we need to go through all of them.
Tiso.
Relatively straightforward. For example, let's look at the Brooding Moloch. So why is the Brooding Moloch?
Never went against that.
Because all its friends are dead. And there you go. That's the lore for the Brooding Moloch. Also, it's the only character in the game with a visible asshole.
And-
Now, did you really need me to explain that to you? Probably not.
Okay.
I'm just going to talk about the interactions relating to
Call back to his previous PD, like,
Eventually notice
with
when
the PDF he made.
lures it deep into Greenpath. There, Hornet attempts to kill the Knight, claiming that she knows what it would try to do. At this point, Hornet views the Knight as being too weak. After the fight, Hornet can be found in the City of Tears,
But we're awesome.
the statue of the Hollow Knight. Hornet mentions that the Knight has gained a resilience due to the time it spent in the void beyond Hallownest. This could be referring to the fact that some of those who leave Hallownest lose their memories, meaning the Knight
Oh.
memories of its own tragic conception.
Oh my God.
It tells the Knight that if it seeks to continue the stasis that keeps Hallownest standing, it must seek the Graven Ash, which is referring to the Kingdom's Edge. At this
Oh.
moment, Hornet sees the Knight as a possible replacement for the Hollow Knight. Basically,
How does Hornet know that?
seals the
'Cause of the-
Knight locked away.
Because of her mom?
The Hollow Knight, and contain the infection itself.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Point that I should mention that Hollow Knight actually has 5 different endings.
That's insane.
Because of course it would. I'm going to be explaining each of these endings in this video, as they each give us a different glimpse
Oh my god.
of the mechanics of Hollow Knight's world.
Okay, so the remainder of this is going to be basically spoilers for me, but since I beat the game, we'll just be going for extra content eventually. So I'll be playing that, but there's so much up. Hi, Squirrel. 1 second. Squirrel, you just hop in. I gotta use the restroom. How have I been? We will have to catch up. We'll have to catch up. Hornet old as hell probably was there when Hollow Knight was still normal. Oh, absolutely. Are you gonna keep going in Hollow Knight? Like, yeah, eventually. Like, I'll revisit, but I'm gonna, as far as like continuation, I'm gonna get Silksong. We're gonna start that tomorrow. First time ever playing Silksong. So, yes, I will be starting that tomorrow, and we'll get into it. But I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. The tiredness has hit me. Once we're done with this video, I'll try to join stream. I will, if everybody here is subscribed, if you haven't, go ahead, put on bell notifications. I will set a scheduled stream for tomorrow, and you guys will be able to catch it all. And then I will probably have the entirety one video of the whole Hollow Knight playthrough uploaded at some point. So if you haven't seen anything, you can watch that entire thing. And then the episode from today of me beating the game will also go out before the full length. So going back to Hollow Knight, probably not until like July or something. Oh, whoa. Going blind myself. Fair. All right, I'll be right back. Rats BT. All right, let's see about these endings. So Silksong will definitely be more massive than Hollow Knight, think so?
The easiest ending to Hollow Knight, Hornet's instructions to go to the Kingdom's Edge
Congrats, man.
ignored completely. If the knight stumbles upon the resting grounds, the 3 dreamers will appear.
Oh, Squirrel, while you're here, if you're gonna stay up for a little bit, I'll catch up with you after stream because I've been watching this lore video.
And cast the knight into the dream realm.
It's like 20 minutes left.
Seer will come to the knight's rescue and grant it the Dream Nail, a special blade that can tear the veil between
That's how we got it.
dream world. With the Dream Nail, the knight can venture to the resting places of the 3 dreamers, curb stomp their asses, and unlock the entrance to the Black Egg.
This is what I got.
The knight finds the Hollow Knight chained up,
Hi, Bob.
silently watching over it. Once the chains are broken, the Hollow Knight screams with that familiar Radiance roar and pursues the knight. As the fight progresses, the Hollow Knight starts trying to kill itself, Quirrell style. But then the Radiance
God, Quirrell.
Knight's body to perform her own attacks. Once defeated, the Hollow Knight begins to spew infection all over the place. The knight can then focus the infection into itself. This results in the first ending of the game, called Hollow Knight. In this ending, the knight usurps the Hollow Knight, prolonging the stasis over Hallownest. New chains and bindings appear out of fuck if I know, and contain the knight.
Nowhere.
And a new seal is placed over the entrance to the Black.
We're a tiny little vessel for that.
There is one giant question looming over this ending. Can the night actually contain the infection indefinitely?
Mm-hmm.
The radiance still managed to break
Repeat.
today. Before we answer this question, let's look at some of the other events that can transpire while playing the game. If the player chooses to go to Kingdom's Edge, Hornet will challenge the knight one last time as a final test of strength.
I did that.
For defeat, Hornet allows the knight to access the cast-off shell, where
Mm-hmm.
the king was originally hatched. By interacting with this egg, the knight's shell is marked with the king's brand,
Got it.
making the knight the new ruler of Hallownest.
Insane, by the way.
The knight can now open the entrance to the abyss and discover the place of its birth. When leaving the abyss, the knight can encounter Hornet again, where for the first time, Hornet suggests that there are actually two outcomes the knight can enact. She tells the knight that it can either prolong Hallownest stasis
Yes, we are,
or
Bobo.
face the heart of the kingdom.
I just beat Hollow Knight, so I just got the first vessel ending. The Hollow Knight one.
Replacing the Hollow Knight, Hornet believes that it may be possible to get rid of the infection completely by using the void inside of the knight. After visiting the abyss and obtaining the Shade Cloak, the knight is capable of reaching the White Lady, hidden away in the...
I got really close to a lot of different
The
endings.
White Lady tells the knight that she has been awaiting a vessel to accept a gift. That gift being one half of a charm called the King Soul, which she claims
Whoa.
gives the knight more power. The White Lady goes on to explain that she can feel the weakening of the Hollow Knight within her roots. She tells the knight that it is free of the blemishes that made the Hollow Knight a flawed vessel. From
Oh, we're perfect.
it is implied that the knight truly is a pure vessel, capable
Oh, we're perfect and small. Wow.
successfully. But it's not quite that simple, so we're gonna have to dig a bit deeper into this. Basically, we're gonna need to answer a simple question. What exactly does it mean to be a Hollow Knight? Despite the White Lady's words, we have a number of instances where the characters and item descriptions mention that the knight has a will, and maybe even a mind. But from the Pale King's dialogue when describing the Hollow Knight, it is stated that a pure vessel has no mind or will. So is the
Oh,
White
God.
Lady wrong? Or maybe even
We're just a soldier.
been clouded by time, and she can be tricked into thinking that Ogrim is in the room when the knight is wearing the Defender's Crest charm. She also thinks that Drya is still alive, which, So maybe the White Lady is just senile. My problem with that theory is that the White
Oh, White Lady.
thinks that the vessels stand out to her clearly in a misted world, due to them being her spawn. She also
There's
questions
a lot dead, though.
the knight sought her aid, which would imply that the knight must have some kind of will. So for whatever
Welcome back,
reason,
Benji.
the White Lady thinks the knight is still capable of containing the radiance, even if it's still able to make decisions. After all, the Hollow Knight was considered pure, but they still taught it how to wield a fucking sword. I mean, if the knight were truly and completely hollow in a literal sense, it probably shouldn't even be able to walk, or
Yeah, do nothing.
or open a goddamn bank account.
Bank account.
This whole concept
That's a
of
lucky
being
line.
hollow is so abstract and hard to define. I don't really feel comfortable giving a solid answer on whether or not the knight is or isn't truly hollow. And I
I don't think we are.
there's room open for
Now I see why it was. Now I see why it was weird whenever I was like, "Oh yeah, isn't Hornet hollow then?" Because that doesn't match up with this pretty much at all. Whenever I said that earlier in a playthrough.
Of course, the White Lady's gift is useless without the other half of the King's Soul. In order to reach it, however, the knight must travel to the White Palace, locked inside the body of a King's Mold.
Oh, that's where I could have gone.
Seal, the knight must use a fully awakened.
Ah,
It can do this by bringing 1800 essence to the seer, allowing her to sharpen the weapon's blade.
yeah, not hollow. I see.
The seer remarks that the knight truly is the wielder that her tribe has been dreaming of. There's
Dang.
a reason why the Moth tribe was dreaming about this supposed wielder.
Holy spoilers? Yeah, I prefaced all of this by saying spoilers.
Crimes the Moth tribe committed by turning their backs on the Radiance. The seer seems to know that the knight might kill the Radiance, and she seems accepting of it, ready for her and her
It's a lower video,
to
Falcon.
be forgotten forever.
It's all
With
spoilers.
the awoken dream nail in hand, the knight can travel to the Pale King's refuge and locate the other half of the King's Soul charm.
Mm-hmm.
When equipped, the King's Soul provides a never-ending supply of soul, making it almost useful if it weren't for the insanely high cost of the charm,
Oh my god.
the slow rate at which it increases, and
Oh,
the fact that the charm will get replaced in about 5 minutes after you get it. The King's Soul
dang.
itself symbolizes the union between two higher beings.
Are we going to fight Sun
Implies that the
eventually?
is a representation of a vessel, which also was created by the union
Completely useless.
of higher beings.
Seems like it.
With the King's Soul in their inventory, the knight now gains access to an area in the abyss called the Birthplace. In this
Oh.
pile vessel shells, the knight can find a giant egg. Dream nailing the egg allows the knight to access its own memory.
Okay.
Pass down into the abyss.
This is a meme, is it?
The King Soul charm is replaced with the Void Heart charm. The recollection of this event allows the knight to come to terms with the void inside itself.
Oh, damn.
The knight has the void,
Self-acceptance.
shades in the abyss no longer attack it, and
That's sick.
the creature that gives the knight the Shade Cloak calls it the Lord of Shades. In other words, the knight has now bound the once fragmented void under its own will, allowing it to control the void.
How does it have a memory? True.
With the union of the void, the Pale King, and the White Lady, the knight has gained a strength before unseen. It is with this charm that 2 additional endings become unlocked. Hornet will now be standing outside of the Black Egg, offering to help the knight should the opportunity arrive. Midway through the fight with the Hollow Knight, Hornet rushes into battle, subduing the Hollow Knight and piercing its shell. It's at this point that the knight is given the perfect opportunity to enter into the mind of its sibling, fighting the source of the infection head on, and finally putting an end to the Radiance's tyranny.
What?
Stand there and let Hornet get knocked unconscious.
Oh.
The Hollow Knight, as usual,
Oh, Hornet's sitting there.
the ending occurs. Basically, it's the same as the Hollow Knight ending, but now Hornet is in the room too, and her face appears on the
Oh, that's sick.
It's not clear.
This is the worst ending? I see.
Hallownest. This might imply that Hornet is now a dreamer, but she's inside the temple, meaning that no one can actually get in there to kill her should the knight ever start leaking infection.
Oh, God.
Time mentioned
Hornet would get got.
The Black Egg would drain her, so she's probably just going to die anyway, right?
Yeah.
Generally, people consider this to be one of the worst endings.
Damn.
It's worth pointing out that Team Cherry doesn't support any one ending as being the true ending.
Okay, so when you guys were telling me you gotta get the true ending, you gotta get the right ending. You hear that? No true ending. No true ending. I got an ending. There are other endings. I got mine.
Each ending is canonical in its own right, and honestly, this ending isn't the worst. At least the Knight and Hornet will get to spend some quality time together. If the Knight does dream nail the Hollow Knight, it will be taken to an arena where it can finally fight the Radiance head on.
Ah, I see.
Alone, as the other shades
The shade.
will appear in order to help corner the Radiance.
Oh my god, the souls of our fallen siblings.
It's trapped in the tendrils of the void. The Knight bitch slaps her a couple times,
Bo-
and the Radiance is consumed into the darkness. The Black Egg then appears to turn to shadows and the void seeps down into the ground. Hornet awakens to find the Knight's broken shell lying on the floor.
No.
One final shot of the shades in the abyss going to rest, and the game is over. This ending is called
None of these seem good.
The Radiance is gone, and Hallownest is finally free from her infection. Now I think it's fair to ask a few questions about how the Dream No More ending comes about. When the Hollow Knight was initially chosen to become the pure vessel, the abyss was sealed up and the rest of the vessels were left to rot away. But somehow, vessels ended up outside of the abyss, and then one of those vessels was used to replace the Hollow Knight. Exactly how much of this operation was planned, if at all? The White Lady was waiting.
RNG.
Did she have any communication with Hornet? Hornet was guarding the King's Brand, the only way for a vessel to enter the abyss. How did she know it was necessary to guard the King's Brand
True.
against weaker vessels? Hell,
Hornet's a mastermind.
vessels did escape the abyss by themselves.
Broken vessel.
Wouldn't it be pointless
Lost
to guard the
kin?
King's Brand, since the vessels could just creep back into the abyss the same way? I'm not going to provide
The whole game is luck.
questions, because God forbid I answer anything in this entire video.
Holy.
I do want to point out that no plans to actually produce the Dream No More ending are explicitly stated in-game, so we can only speculate as to whether or not the White Lady or Hornet, or maybe even the Pale King, knew that they could defeat the Radiance by creating a Lord of Shades.
All luck.
Regardless,
All
the
luck.
next two endings were definitely not planned. In fact, the last two endings that were added in the Godmaster update almost feel out of place. The Godseekers basically hijack everything to the point where you don't even have to enter the Temple of the Black Egg to beat the game. That's like beating Mario Bros without ever seeing Bowser.
Mario.
On the other hand, the Godmaster
Eggman.
endings basically reinforce that Hallownest does not exist in a vacuum, which can help the world of Hollow Knight feel more real, because what else is reality but just a bunch of random chaotic stuff happening all
True.
the time? If the knight finds the Godseeker in the junk pit, it will be able to enter her mind and refight all the bosses in the
Holy,
part of the Godseeker's ritual.
what a list.
Attuned to the resonance of gods through ritual combat. This allows them to ascend their minds higher and eventually,
God.
through the use of godly focus, achieve communication with the gods.
Literally God.
The Radiance. Now I know what you're.
I see.
That's a pretty convoluted little religious practice they have going on here.
Looks like pharaohs.
Measuring the knight's theon levels.
Oh my God.
Complicated, but the point is, these Godseekers have some serious capabilities to fuck things up in Hallownest.
Oh God.
As the knight makes it further and further through the 4 pantheons, the Godseekers get closer and closer to making contact with the Radiance, locked away inside the Hollow Knight. At the end of the 4th pantheon, the Radiance makes herself aware in this strange reunion cutscene between the vessels. But she isn't the only one to make an appearance. The Void itself appears to go on the attack, rising up to meet the Radiance's call. It's at this point that the final challenge, the
Oh my God.
Hallownest, becomes
The Pantheon. Ah.
as being more than just a simple cringer, and they begin to watch the knight more intently. After defeating like a bazillion bosses in the final pantheon, the knight
Holy.
comes face to face with the Absolute Radiance, a stronger, more enhanced version of the game's final boss.
That's P5. I see. This is what you guys were talking about me going to fight.
Minutes of intense agony and tedious boss battles.
40
The knight
minutes?
has finally reached the ultimate enemy, responsible for the destruction of Hallownest.
What happens if you die here?
Be a battle for the ages. But first, let's check in on our old pal Mennerbug. As it turns out, he's still alive when the knight arrives in Hallownest,
Oh my.
fulfilling his duty after all this time.
In this little diary entry.
One last look at his diary.
My lovely diary. Someone's gone and broke my favorite sign. Right there at the top of the crossroads. Keeps happening too. But you know, I just can't get mad about it. I should be thanking them, really. More chances to fix that beautiful, complex sign. And I've stocked up on spare parts, so I've no fear it'll ever stay broken for long.
Unfortunately, the only way to ever read the Mennerbug's diary is to kill him in cold blood. I'm not sure why team
Damn.
thought this was necessary, but the general consensus on Reddit is that they are blood.
MP5 beat all 40 bosses one go. Nah.
But at least Mennerbug's last moments will be spent fixing one of his favorite
Doing something he loved.
forgotten crossroads. It's
Aw.
cool to think that his final
Aw.
seconds of consciousness were spent in total bliss, before we sent him hurtling into the infinite chasm that is Oblivion. Well, anyway,
Gone.
the alternate fight between the Knight and the Radiance plays out
Oh my
differently
God.
than the vanilla ending. This time around, the Knight is not accompanied by any shades. Instead, after defeating the Radiance, the Knight seems to transform into this monstrosity. Now this creature goes by many names.
Whoa.
God of Gods, the Lord Shade, the Devourer, the Void Entity. But I don't know
Thanos.
any of those, so I will just call him Bill. Bill proceeds
Bill.
to completely annihilate the
Not Bill.
spectacular fashion.
Oh my God.
The Embrace the Void ending. Bill comes back down from the sky, dropping into the rest of Godhome. The Godseeker starts to get pulled into Bill by Void tendrils. We then cut to the Godseeker in the junk pit. Void starts leaking out of her eyes, and it appears as though Bill is making an escape back into the real world, which is probably a bad thing?
Sounds like a horrible thing.
Standing outside of the black egg as the infection begins to disappear from nearby vines. Hornet hears footsteps coming from inside the black egg as the
And?
reveals itself to her, and the two prepare for combat.
Oh my God, they're gonna fight?
Cutscene, we can see that the Radiance's death in Godhome actually did kill her for real, meaning that the infection over Hallownest is now gone. This means the seals inside of the black egg probably wore off, allowing the Hollow Knight to escape its prey.
Oh.
In other words, the Embrace of the Void ending is a goddamn cliffhanger, and we have no idea how Team Cherry plans to follow this up. The Hollow Knight is running loose in Hallownest, and the Knight has transformed into a raging void monster that might try to destroy
I feel like we got the best ending.
or at least what's left of it.
The rest of these seem like
Strange about this ending is that the announced sequel, Hollow
rough.
Silk Song, doesn't seem to be related to this ending at all. But that's a whole different shit show. Obviously, the biggest mystery surrounding this ending is the appearance of Bill. Did
Bill.
this creature exist in the void already? Or was it somehow willed into existence by the power of the Godseekers? Did the Knight turn into this thing, or did it just become a part of it? Examining the statue of this creature and other forms of the Knight grant the player a Hunter's Journal entry for an ancient artifact called the Void Idol, which
Whoa.
might imply this creature might have been worshipped by the ancient civilization.
Oh, part of.
That's pure speculation. We don't know what this worship of Void exactly looked like. Maybe the Void they worshipped took the form of something more sinister. There is one thing we know about this monster.
Was that Ronald McDonald?
It's weak to flowers. Yes, these things. As it turns out, those delicate flowers that Zamir has stockpiled up her ass are actually useful for something. They contain a
Oh, the flower stuff.
that even deters the white lady from touching one. The Godseeker, however, is dumb enough to accept a flower from the
Oh,
knight.
no.
If the player does this, instead of Void being released
I hate the flower quest.
this flower pulls a no you, and the Godseeker
Oh.
and Void disappear into thin air.
Damn.
The flower itself is described as giving off a pale light, which appears to connect it.
Crazy flower.
Like I said before, pale beings appear
Pale bomb?
form of top-tier gods. As of right now, we are only aware of two, the Pale King.
There's gotta be more.
But the fact that Zamir brought these pale flowers from a faraway land implies that there are definitely more of them out there. Another small hint of the existence of pale beings are the pale ore items that can be found all over.
Pale ore.
Did these come from the Pale King, or possibly some other pale being? And what exactly are they?
Hmm.
Are they poop? In general,
Are they poop?
appear to be doing a lot of setup for future Hollow Knight content. Like I said before, Hollow Knight Silksong doesn't seem to connect to these events on the surface, so we are in a bit of a bind when trying to discuss what these endings actually mean for the greater narrative Team Cherry is building. There's definitely a lot more to consider about what the Pale Beings are and what properties they possess. And we also have plenty of questions surrounding the Void and how bugs have interacted.
There's so many questions. There's so much lore.
It's like we're looking through a keyhole, trying to grasp onto the totality of Team Cherry's creation.
There's so much.
Are creatures like Bill and the worms? Where did things like the Void even come?
Holy world building.
How much bigger is the world beyond Hallownest? Is Bardoon into butt stuff? But of course, that's the appeal of a game like Hollow Knight. Having all of the answers to every
Girl's got jokes.
just ruin the mystery of the world. Plus, if we didn't have questions like this to waste our
Okay.
time on, then what else would we be doing with our lives? Go outside?
No.
Ugh.
No, ew.
And so this video comes to an end. Now,
Wow.
the attention span of a YouTube viewer is not.
Silksong took 7 years.
So let me leave you with a few takeaways. 1. Hollow Knight is a game about bugs. I know
Yes.
it may come as a shock, but it's
Got it.
true. Watch the video again, and this time, pay attention. You'll notice right away, I promise.
There's bugs.
2. Murdering your own babies might not be such a good idea after all. I mean, this is obviously just my interpretation of the game's lore.
Oh, yeah.
Other people might have different views on the subject of murdering babies, and every opinion is valid, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes or anything. 3. Menderbug is fucking dead.
Oh my god, he's dead.
Nothing is certain. This video probably has a few flaws in it. Trying to
That's a great video.
cohesive narrative with the
This
information
is a great video.
Hollow Knight isn't exactly
So this is like the one to watch, huh?
I'm sure my views will change in the future, and I
No, don't say any names. I don't want to hear it influence. I don't.
5. And this last point is fairly obvious, but I should mention it anyway. Cory in the House is
Cory in the House is the best game ever. Anime? Oh my god. Hornet. Okay. Guys, holy. Oh my god. In the last 2 weeks, I have gone from not knowing Hollow Knight whatsoever to playing it, getting one of what I consider the best endings as a casual player, and watching almost an hour and a half long lore video. We have gone through a wormhole. Oh my god. Actually, hold on. I gotta change the title of that video. But I'm gonna go have breakfast. Sounds good, Rage. See you later, man. I'm gonna go change the name of that video right now to what that guy said. Hold on. I'm pulling it up as we speak. Oh my goodness. Also, Squirrel, if you want to hop in one of the voice chats on Discord, I'll join in there after the stream. Let's see. I would say the best ending would be no affection. Yeah, fair. As few deaths as possible, therefore would be dream no more.
All right, yeah. For those of you heading out right now, be ready for tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna go get Silksong right after we end this. So I am editing the video title as we speak. As we speak. Right here. Boom. Boom. Save. It is now done. We've completed Hollow Knight for my first run through, my one go around. You want to see me buy it on stream? I will do it right now. It's on sale. So we'll grab it. I literally have the page open already. Right here. I will show you me downloading it. So you guys can see. Also, if you haven't seen the newest episode, I do recommend go checking it out. If you haven't seen any episodes, then get ready for the full Hollow Knight video where I take every part and put it into one video. And I'll be uploading this episode, so it'll be the one uploaded today, this episode of me beating the game, and then every video together. That's how the post will go. All right, 1 second. All right, install content. I'm installing it. It's right here. It's installing. Did you get the Dream No More? No, I just got the Hollow Knight, like the vessel one. Yeah, gonna watch the compilation. It'll be easier. Absolutely. Don't trust the benches. That's my warning. I've heard about them already. So if you're watching and you've played Silksong, remember, as little spoilers as possible. It is a relatively new game, and there's DLC and stuff coming out. So I got it. It is downloading. We will start it tomorrow, probably 9 p.m. ish Central Time. So what? Like 22 hours from now, I'm gonna set up the stuff for stream. If you're not in the Discord, check out the links everywhere to get in the Discord. There will be a notification when it goes live. I will try to do the premiere of this video that we got today right before that. So leading into Silksong, you can watch that and then get everything all together. And then I'll probably spend a day to drop the compilation video of everything and then the first Silksong video. Get that ending? I will eventually. I will come back to it. But holy moly, that was a lot. I also beat Zote, so that's going to be in the video. Finally, I did end on that note with that. It's going to be fun. We're going to start it. I'm excited. We had a really good time with Hollow Knight. A lot of you guys came only from there, so I'm excited to see how it grows. And yeah, I'm getting out of here. I'm ridiculously tired. I'm going to edit this video, go to bed. I got work tomorrow. So thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, if you haven't seen the new episode, go check it out. Be ready for more. There's more to come. I will see you guys in Silksong. Bye.